heart broken, even though I never wanted you. Without your love, what am I gonna do? Conquer in my vodka, cab rides don't do it anymore. I'll be crying on the floor. Take me as I am, or don't take me at all. If you reject me, you will take the fall. My Mercedes never existed. My wig is all matted and twisted. My skid marks in a bunch because of you, boo. My ass is a sweaty, beefy stew. Stalk and track you like a deer in fall. If I can't have you, I will take it all. Take me as I am, or don't take me at all. My Mercedes never existed. My wig is matted and twisted. Kiss me or else sue, 'cause that's what I am. A teardrop-filled pool. I am such a fool. Let me tell you something. 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 I'm crying for riot.
Telling me how they're gonna whip my butt, jumping up and down and acting like a nut. How do they survive abortion? I'll never know, but still every day I tune into the show. Everyone gather and sit your fat ass down. It's time to react to some low cow.
All right, what's going on, Negative Nation? Welcome to Negz Live. I am Negz. I am live. It is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Beautiful state of Indiana and all that with the wiffle ball bat. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to be taking a look at the second half of the Rebuildable Ryan Wody panel. Last night we got through half of it because Hussy couldn't resist just sniping Carrie and letting his hate-filled vitriol spew from his lipstick-caked mouth and call her a bunch of names because, you know, it takes more than a room temp IQ to form a sentence and actually insult somebody. And I don't know if you saw his stream this morning. He had Hooked on Phonics Fallon and somebody else, I don't know who they were. Her name's Monica. I think they used to come over here and watch. I don't know. But it's, my focus is he and Fallon reviewing AJ debating somebody on what's anti-Semitic and what's racist. And I want to send a message to Kenny. You were the wrong person to cover any Holocaust denier because the only thing you could do was pause it and take a swing on every single problem you have with AJ outside of the Holocaust denial. It was difficult to watch. It was frustrating to watch because one, you couldn't even stay focused on the subject. And in Fallon, out of nowhere, Monica's talking about being from Warsaw and whatnot, trying to share her historical aspect on the whole thing. And out of nowhere, Fallon's like, hey, remember the Berlin Wall? Remember that? What? The Berlin Wall was built by Russia, Soviet Russia, when Berlin was split in half during World War II. Okay, there's a communist side, Remember the Allies and Russia met in the middle of Berlin and they split it there, and we fucked up by we just used Russia as to put meat into the meat grinder. It was the single most low IQ, low vibration conversation in the nation. Good God, just don't talk about it anymore. Stick to calling women names and making fun of their looks and being a hypocrite. That's all I got to say. All right, so we got Lauren, just shade little red dress. That's right. We got Lanky Stephanie, boobies. Everybody loves boobies. Hippico and Deviant Degenerates. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Yeah, I like to chill in chats, which brings me to Queen of Spades. I guess she changed her name to Queen of Karma after realizing that a Queen of Spades is a dominatrix for black men. That's what it is. Don't hate me. Apparently, when you go to a chat, you are friends with the people. Listen, I understand that a lot of these people just hang out in these tiny ain't shit channels that get like 5 viewers and they have to stream for 48 hours to get 1,000 views or even 100. And I understand that, you can perceive that those people are your friends when you're parasocial and you don't have any life outside of the internet. I understand. However, that's not how I function. But she's been going around talking mad shit. I guess Wody has a stream going on later, totally dedicated to her. I still have a folder on my Google Drive dedicated to her because, listen, it was just 5 months ago I covered her and she was flip-flopping. She flip-flops, the CPTSD this, and just talks mad shit about everybody. But she got unmodded on Gregory's channel, who can't rap, by the way. That rap was hard to get through, Greggy. And apparently she read him for Phil. She was right about that he was rude to Pistachio, blah, 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 blah. And but now she's pedo-jacketing people again. And allow me to give my rebuttal on the pedo-jacketing. If you're going to constantly pedo-jacket people, that really speaks volumes about you who are doing it. Okay? It doesn't really say anything about the person you're jacketing. It says a lot about the person that's saying it constantly. I mean, it was fine before. It was fine before when it benefited you, but now that it's a big issue, now everybody's a pedophile again. Okay, whatever. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah. Very cool. Hang on just a second. Dude, the spam calls are getting out of control. I think I'm going to go start playing music over at the nursing home. They're a very responsive audience, and they don't care if you suck. So anyway, we're going to get into this Hussy stream, the second part. If you'd like to see the first part, you could go over to kick.com/NEGZ. It ain't easy. Spelling NEGZ. But yeah, Hussy reviewed the Ryan thing because, of course, he did. The dude has no content outside of just spewing vitriol towards anybody and everybody. It's kind of adorable, to be honest with you. And, but like I said, he couldn't resist. Could not resist going over and sniping Carrie, slagging off on her for a few minutes because, Jesus Christ, if he just doesn't let everybody know that he hates her 10 times a day. It's not enough just to speak your mind once and move on, even though he said he moved on. This is how bad the guy is. He's sitting there sniping her, and he's like, the rest of us have moved on. He will say anything in real time as he's doing it, the same thing in real time to try to dunk on somebody. I don't know if the guy has special needs. I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to think that maybe he is. That maybe his disability goes outside of blindness. I don't know. I don't know. By the way, you can go check out my latest short. Listen, I am not surprised that somebody from the Fattyverse that reviews Chantel and all them is lying and pretending to be scared. That is just par for the course for that community. But allegedly, somebody may have set up the gaining ground for taking the fall, which he didn't take the bait. And the person is allegedly a mod for Kenny Boy, shocker, and Draven, shocker. All right, let's go.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I might be back later.
No,
Like I
really?
said, I know GG.
Shocking.
I'll grab the link really quick
Mm-hmm.
for his stream. That is going to be at.
Nobody gives a fuck.
You do. You're sniping it right now.
Nobody gives a
Well, you are.
flying fuck.
You do, sir. Why are you so upset then? Try to have some decorum, please.
Because
Hey, what's up, Ethos and Brantley?
Oh, she
Shaver.
finished?
that's on free time.
Okay, I think she left.
Well, it's Queen of Karma pedo jacketing people again. French. Oh boy.
Okay, back to the show.
Felt like I was gonna get molested there for a second.
You better
Bye.
think twice next time you fucking try to come for me, bitch.
See, this is what kills me about you, Kenny, is you play the consummate victim just like everybody else, but you do the most. You do the most. You think twice before you come for me, bitch. What does that mean? What does that mean? Will she get twice as many viewers as you, like she did yesterday? Will she make twice as much money as you, like she did yesterday? I mean, it's like you're 12 years old talking big and tough on the playground. Here's my milk money. Fuck off.
Fucking loser. Get your own content.
You suck, jackass. Get your own content. Get your own content. You see what I'm saying? Get your own content. As he was sniping her and watching Wody stream with Ryan. Get your own content. I mean, like, I swear to God, he, Greg, and Queef of AIDS, all they do is spew the same tropes that people spew at them. That's it. They don't even know what it means. They don't even know what it means. They're just like, bacon. I don't see. That's all I got. What's up, Amber?
Dumb bitch. Okay.
Dumb bitch. I just call you names because that psychological trauma for me, but it's
No
good
one in
enough
this
for everybody
community is doing good. But if you're doing good within this community, you could be making some decent money a week. If
Yeah,
you're
you
still
could,
streaming
yeah.
with bullshit stuff and you're bringing in a few $100s a week in donations, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you not trying to be better?
Right.
Well, I mean, it just depends on what
totally
people like.
agree. It's a lot of people kind of ride this line of like, I don't want to monetize, I'm not here for the money, and then but
I'm here for the entertainment and the
it's,
money.
I get it. It's they don't want to come off that way, and I think people are like really quick
I'm
to
not greedy,
judge. I say
but
just let them
tips
judge
are
and
nice. People
be
should
your
just
worst
admit
self.
it.
Like, I think everybody deserves to make money out here for putting their time and energy into it.
That's
Dude, I really do.
fuck.
Don't know.
Shut up, Hussy. That's a better way to put it. Everybody deserves to make a little bit money. Little bit money for being here.
Streaming, I think almost every dollar I made after
accidentally
that,
skipped
I
a half
gave
hour
back
'cause-
into the community in some way.
Source code.
So you paid Blaze
He's a
back, and you're
bailout.
saying like the main other people that donated were people that were basically
Portia.
part of your community and were just watching Hussy because you were cool with them.
Ow.
No, so I won't say they weren't part of my community prior,
I mean-
from the vape days.
No.
Well, fair, but
They
I
were
mean, they were more or less still cool with you either way, and I think that that's usually how it goes.
Right.
Is that like even when a lot of this shit goes down, a lot of people
Wody
don't
seems to
end
be
up
logical
like picking
about his
sides or
coverage.
just going one way or the
I mean,
other because they see it's just
I can appreciate that. And
you know
respect that.
interpersonal
Ye-
gay stuff.
Yep. There was one
Gay
woman
stuff.
who has been, and I'm
You say gay stuff?
not
Like picking sides or just going.
You know, gay stuff. You know how your boyfriend Greg is being homophobic as shit. The Easter Island head from hell, Banana Man, and you haven't said a word about it, even though your whole stance is why do you support that? And by the way, stop policing where people are what people are watching, what chats they're in, and stop doing that. Like, I'm a little creeped out that Queen even knew I was in a chat talking to other people. I mean, that's kind of weird. Don't you think it's kind of weird to stalk people like that? It's kind of weird.
One way or the other because they see it's just interpersonal
Ye-
gay stuff.
Yep. there was one woman who
You know how see gay stuff where two men like each other consensually.
has been, and I'm not going to mention her name. That I think is a nice woman. She
That's right,
obviously
Greg's
doesn't like
his
me.
son.
So there was one woman
Okay, so I know who that is. I'm not going to mention her name, but yes, she's a nice woman.
that closed. There was one woman that closed.
Hello,
I think
double
for the
R.
mic. which was like 40 or 45. So I mean, that
Hey,
might
get
be
some
the
Tylenol,
only
'cause
person that
I'm having a
donated
bad
a
spine
substantial
day.
amount that
No, he says he's not gay, Fallon. That's what he says. No.
didn't watch me afterwards, and went against me when stuff started being said about me.
I just
But
don't feel
otherwise,
like you should have to feel this like anxiety or guilt over funding your own channel, you know. And I feel
Right,
like
I agree.
that's where Hussy, of course, does his thing where he's okay with it one moment, but then afterwards, now it's a fucking problem, and you know, I mean, everybody makes such a big deal over that wish list fucking thing, but like at the same time, like
Exactly.
I mean, this
He
is
nailed
exactly why.
I don't think I made a huge deal out of it. I read the article.
You did make a huge deal out of it. You are just very acclimated to everybody else being beholden to you, yeah, and you thinking everybody has to live up to your standards when you don't have any.
That's it. And I don't think I made a huge deal out of it.
You know,
I know it's common language.
you allow
I just
people
like to call it
to
out.
monetize the way they need to, but anyway, moving on to the next topic is why did you stop showing up? What, like, about when did you stop going on Hussy's panel or stop engaging with him directly?
Right,
Okay,
Double
so
O?
we were talking about the merch. So we were doing the merch stuff, and I think there was probably approximately 3 nights that him and I were speaking, and I was like kind of working on stuff. I was sending him screenshots and saying, how about this? And he would either say like, oh, I love that, or let's try this color, or whatever. So there was probably 3 nights where we worked on stuff, and for the most part, we had everything pretty much ready to go. I had tried to set up the merch on Teespring, and Teespring couldn't accommodate what we wanted. Teespring only allows you to put a graphic in the dead center of the piece of clothing.
Guys, I have notes. It's not at the part where I have to start correcting or anything, but so
Same
far
Queen of
he
Karma.
hasn't said anything that's not true.
Okay, great. You have, up to this point, the first 30, 40 minutes of the last part, where before he got triggered by Carrie existing, he agreed. Ryan's told no lies. Now wait until he tells how Hussy flips out, which we all know he does. He overreacts to everything. I guarantee then it's all bullshit, right? Right.
The design we had something down the sleeves, and you know, more than just the center of the piece of clothing. So I tried to upload the stuff in there the best that would allow, and it just looked like shit. I sent him a screenshot. He didn't like it either, which it just wasn't what we were going for.
Sounds like MFW.
So at that point, he had put a post out looking for a merch store. And
Where's
Buff
that
in the
email
chat,
dump
Buff
at?
was one of the people that commented third wall?
Fourth
Third?
wall. Fourth wall. That's
Fourth
what I
wall.
use.
Fourth wall.
Anti-slap
A few people
incoming.
commented that. So I had reached out to him and I said, it looks like a few people are recommending fourth wall. And Hussy was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, cool. We'll have to try that out. Okay. So in my mind, this is where I guess stuff started to unravel very quickly. In my mind, I needed a login and a password of his to be able to log in, upload the merch, and then he would have been able to start sharing the link after I uploaded the merch.
Right.
Mhm.
I never specifically communicated, hey, I need you to do this again. I just kind of assumed it.
Okay, so Queen of Karma and I are cool again. I just want to like explain to you like where I'm at now. If you're in here and you're not being a pest, you're not being completely intentionally ignorant or obtuse, or weaponizing shit against other people and lying, I'm gonna be cordial to you, right? But when you leave this box and then you go out and start pedo jacketing people and telling people that I'm friends with someone that I don't listen. The definition of friend, I don't know the exact definition, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't include being in a chat and chatting with people. I try to give everybody the benefit of a doubt, but I knew pretty quick that she hadn't changed her ways, and that's why she's getting a stream by Wody later. And I'm gonna see what I got. Maybe I could pass it on his way. I used to do dramatic readings of her novels. She would email me. Yeah. But you got to understand that, like, I live in a society. I live in a small town. I'm cordial with people that I wouldn't piss on if they were on fire, right? That doesn't mean we're cool. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to clear that distinction up, you know?
But he didn't ask anything, so
Well,
that's
you
where
said you
Mr.
needed
Yeah, a lot of people were.
You needed you needed
I
a merch
just
store
said-
with a different platform.
You know, more the merrier.
Right, and that
I
was a
guess.
few days earlier, and then a few days passed, and then we figured out this fourth wall shit, and then I said, okay, that sounds good, we'll have to try that, and that's where I left that at for that day. I just kind of assumed that he knew, but he didn't know
You knew
because
that
I didn't
he needed to
communicate
make
that.
an account.
I assumed he would
Share
know,
the stream,
but
guys.
he
Get it out
apparently he
there.
didn't. And so then a few days went by. I had started streaming with other people. I was doing streams on my channel. I was doing streams on my channel solo. I was doing streams on my channel with other
Hold
people,
on
and I
just
was
a
doing
second.
streams.
When
Yep.
when you're saying that you guys had decided on doing fourth wall, would that have been like while you were at that same time that you were still going on panel with him? Because like from what I could see, like it feels like you stopped going on panel around the end of January, and then in February you were kind of like doing your own thing.
I'm sorry. You said yes. So I was still
Hi,
going
Julie.
on panel with him when we were having this conversation.
Okay, about setting
Oh,
up fourth
shit.
wall.
Where's
Okay.
where's my eBay? There it is.
Correct. So we were still paneling together. And I guess after that he was asking, he was saying like he never asked me to go on his channel, blah blah blah. And it
I
was
had a
like,
sleepless
because
night. Awful.
I was on your
Absolutely
channel
awful.
for your stream, and then you ended your stream, and we streamed together on your channel, and then I'm going live on mine an hour later. Like we just streamed together an hour ago. Like
Hey,
I
what's
felt
up,
like
Dressy?
it would be overbearing for me to be like, hey, now you come on mine.
No, I wasn't. My point was, you
Yes.
never asked me to go on your panel, even in advance, to schedule.
Oh, so was you Fifi? So you should go on panel with Roberta Ryan. You are old enough to be Ryan's grandpa. Chill out.
That's all. And here I am, having you on all the time, and you're doing panels with other people. I just thought that it was a little weird.
Well, why don't you just go stalk his panel like you do everybody else's, thinking you're avoiding your community, your pay pigs, from seeing how absolutely vile you are on every panel? Why don't you just go there and be like, give me a link? That's what people do here. I just don't do open panels right now. September 1st, we start doing open panels again. However, tomorrow night, I have a panel with Garby, the one and only Fresh Garbage, and we're going to have a good chuckle at Greg's expense.
That you never asked me to come. That's it. That's all. It's stupid.
It's stupid. Come on, grow up, dude.
Okay. No,
So-
I mean I don't think he's
so-
obligated to your platform at all, but
No, I'm
See,
not.
that's the way to be,
So,
Linky.
yeah, so that's where we were at on the merch. So I started streaming
Ruth.
with other people, and
Ruth.
I noticed during that time that he was
What? I'm
not
What?
talking to me whatsoever, and he had made a post on his YouTube. Can
Exactly,
anybody
Julie,
do merch for
exactly.
me? I will pay you. Email.
Yes, I did. You know why? Because I felt that you were too busy with other things.
Okay, so he's too busy with other things, and he didn't invite you on panels. So can you just make an excuse that doesn't make you seem like the consummate victim? This shit's getting old. That people come on here and do the most, swing wildly, go IRL, make false police reports, make false welfare check reports, call CPS, and then want to play the victim. I mean, I understand that this isn't a court of law, but the court of public opinion is not going to see favorably to you, because the only people who are going to think you're a victim are people who are either ideologically violently retarded as you or otherwise. What's up, Uncle Sal? How you doing? I want to address this. I'm enjoying addressing the chat. It's getting fun. Little Red Dress says Queen of Queefs tells everyone that I'm mad because you guys are friends again. What? Wow, some friend to go out and start pedo jacketing people and say that I'm friends with other people. That woman would never be my friend in real life. If I had a dream about her, right, I'd start doing meth so I never went to sleep again.
And you never brought it up.
Exactly, Double O. He has no self-awareness.
Never once did you ask me.
Oh.
And you're doing panels and everything else. So I'm not going to keep hounding you about it.
Why not? You go to other panels and
I
hound
thought
people.
I sent you the link
Yeah.
to the new platform or Fourth Wall or whatever the fuck it was. I got to look through my receipts.
You're talking
but
about
I thought I sent you the link, but you never asked
stupid
for anything.
merch.
So how am I supposed to feel? That's why I'm like, you know what? If anybody else knows how to do it, let me know.
I know how to do it. You want me to make your merch? I own a brand called Beautiful Trauma. All you gotta do is let me brand it, collect 85% of the profit, and I'll give you 15%. I'll design it and publish it, and then you can do a whole ass series of streams about how you weren't bothered by it. And Herbs, I want everybody to be comfortable here. That's why I'm not like, if somebody says something stupid in chat, I'm not calling it out, being like, oh, look at it, look at the jerk. It's just like, get rid of them. I got my Secretary of War, Beth, over there. We have a great understanding as to what is allowed and what isn't.
So, and then what did you do when you did see that?
Email.
I have 2 mods. That's
And so
it.
I was
One
like,
that's active.
okay, what the fuck is that about? Like,
Yeah, that's the one he did on Valentine's Day.
Oh, whatever.
I didn't realize it was on Valentine's. Maybe
Yeah,
at the
no,
time
I
I
have
realized,
the
but I didn't.
post.
Not sad to see
I didn't
Queen
remember
go,
that
though,
it
I'll
was
be honest with
Valentine's
you.
Day. But there was
Hi,
multiple
my beautiful
posts.
people. I need help with merch. If you have experience, I'll be willing to pay you for your time.
Okay, so Valentine's Day is when we officially broke up. Okay.
Oh my god, he even has the old man wheezy laugh. Listen to this shit. This is hilarious.
Is when we officially broke up. Okay. For the record. AJ,
I know
in
it.
case you want to connect the dots, old bitch.
Yeah, so
Connect the dots. Would that be connecting the boils in your ass crack?
there was multiple times where 2 to 3 times where he made a post asking for somebody to do his merch, and it's like, okay, I'm not in middle school or high school.
My
I'm
own
not
shop.
playing these games with grown men
What do
on
you
the
mean?
internet. So if you have a problem with something, why don't you just text me and we'll have a conversation instead of you doing some backhanded shit trying to get me to
I have a
text
merch
you
store.
to be
It's
like,
not been
oh my
updated
god,
in a
what's
while.
the problem?
So you
like,
didn't
no,
text
no,
him,
I'm not.
You just like you just
Exactly,
ignored him?
Julie.
At that point, I'm like, fuck that drama. So I just fucking ignored it because I'm not doing that shit.
He just ignored it. He's not doing that shit, right? And that's the best route to take. But how would you ladies feel? I mean, Greg probably does this. And I'm going to bring up Greg a lot. He's been doing the most, and it's so cringy. We're going to get to that tomorrow. But how would you feel if somebody like the Easter Island head was calling you, a man calling a woman, your sloppy seconds just because you went to another panel? How would that make you feel? Wouldn't that be gross? As a straight man, I would take exception to a gay dude saying I was a sloppy seconds, because on the internet you see how things are taken out of context and misconstrued, right? Like, it's very easy for me to go, no, I didn't pop the peanut boil in his ass crack.
Shit. And at that point, I knew, like, okay, he's playing like some games, and I wasn't feeding into it. And then we had talked much more sparsely at this time, maybe once a week, and I wasn't going, and he wasn't asking me to go on a stream anymore. So I wasn't on a stream after these posts were made about, oh, can somebody do my merch? And so I had asked him, there was another streamer, somebody that,
Ryan, I mean, but do you understand where I'm coming from?
No.
When you're not bringing it up, and what am I supposed to do?
Have some patience. You ever tried that? Have you ever not had your way and not freaked out about it? Have you ever had your deli meats put in the freezer and, oh, wait a minute.
Ask you again? I mean, I offered to pay you. I'm not going to fucking beg you.
No,
I can just go fucking have someone that really wants to do it.
I'll do it
Because
for
it didn't
50
seem
bucks.
like you wanted to do it. How many times I got to ask someone? I hate to do that.
Oh, you're not going to... No, let's go back. I want to see if everybody else catches this lack of self-awareness. This is the thing he does all the time. I don't do this, but then he admits to doing it 5 seconds later. Dude, if the police ever had to interrogate you for something, you would crack immediately. Goddamn whitehead of death.
I offered to pay you. I'm not going to fucking beg you. I can just go fucking have someone that really wants to do it. Because it didn't seem like you wanted to do it. How many times I got to ask someone? I hate to do that. And this is why I like to pay. Okay? So they don't hold it over my head.
No, so you can hold it over their head, which is what you did.
He didn't need the money, but still.
That is completely just an innocent bystander.
I need the money. Give me
Who
50
I asked,
bucks.
hey,
I'll
is this
design
guy
you a
all right?
shitty peanut shirt.
This guy's cool, right? I'm talking to him. Him and I are probably going to do a stream together.
Exactly,
and-
Double O.
He just
Yes, I say exactly Double O all the time because we're kind of on the same wavelength here.
answered back and told me to go ask another person. Like,
No, that's where you're not being honest.
Oh, now it's not
Okay.
honesty. Okay.
So, he asked me about a certain person, and he said, is this person a good person? And I said, so far.
So far.
And then I said, why don't you go ask certain someone to make sure?
Why don't you just drop names? Just say names. This doesn't make sense. You're more than happy to say the names of the people that you want everybody to see in an unfavorable light. But when it comes to proving what the fuck you've said, you won't say a name. So you know what that tells me? You're the one being honest.
oh, why don't you go ask this person that
Big,
you're that
giant
you've been streaming
54-year-old cyst.
Cool, right? I'm talking to him. Him and I are probably going to do a stream together.
Mhm.
And he just answered back and told me to go ask another person. Like, oh, why don't you go ask this person that you've been streaming with?
Hi, Daria.
So I didn't answer that because I'm like,
Okay, so I got the text message. So he said to me, February 15th, you said so-and-so was a good person, right? I think you've said that.
No, you know what I want you to do? You know what I want you to do is all the other shit you talk, dude. See, you've made it personal. I don't feel like I have anything to prove to you because anything you say is documented or it's in a legally binding agreement that you're allegedly violating. But I want you to start proving everything you say about everybody. You could go back and check timestamps and dates and all this to defend yourself and refer to a straight man as your sloppy seconds, but you can't give anybody else that grace, right? Like my short that I released earlier. I don't like you, Kenny. I don't care for you one bit. I think you're a vile, angry, spiteful old man. But I put allegedly in my title. Why? Because I didn't see any proof of it. I was listening to Carrie's stream. I heard her say that. And I said, cool, that'll make a good clip. And usually when you do that, it gets people talking and the proof comes out later on, right? But allegedly, you never use alleged. You always speak absolutes. Always. And your community speaks absolutes. And the hypocrisy on top of that.
And I said, so far, cool. This person seems like cool.
Do that, Julie.
Whatever. I said, sounds good. Why don't you go ask so-and-so just to be sure? That's what I said.
like what? Like, so he right there, he was telling me like he's jealous that I'm streaming with somebody else, and I guess, and not him. And so I ignored that.
No, it wasn't so much. It wasn't that. It was the fact that you still don't bring up the merch.
Oh, so it's the merch now. So you were bitching about the panel before, but now it's not that. Now it's the merch again. You see what I'm saying? Ryan was honest all the way up to this point, according to Hussy, but now that it makes him look bad and he can't look good, it's all bullshit, right? Did I call it? That's how predictable you are, dude. This is how predictable you are. And I would just say you're playing the YouTube game if you didn't take it real life on everybody. When people do that, that tells me they have a severe mental illness, allegedly, and probably shouldn't have access to anything connected to the internet. Yeah, buddy.
That's what
I didn't even reply. And even Carrie has come out and said, oh, he told me he said that and blah, 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 blah. And they were talking about it in private.
Me too, Freedom.
So now a few days goes by, probably between 2 and 3 days goes by.
Mm-hmm.
And Hussy had just done a stream where he confirmed some type of info with Shanny and Rev's house, right?
Yes.
So now I go live an hour or two
Still
after
no merch,
Hussy,
but
and
it was
I'm
a
on
big
live
deal.
stream, and my stream had...
He was going to have Fallon do it, but it would be misspelled.
I go live an hour or two after Hussy, and I'm on live stream, and my stream had just started. And I start saying how on Hussy's stream, he said he called the town and confirmed this info about Shanny and Rev's house.
Yes.
And literally within like 30 seconds of me mentioning
Why?
his name, he texts me and says, don't ever fucking mention my name again.
Yes.
Yes, you did that, huh? So you're admitting... So nobody can mention your name, but you can say whatever you want, do whatever you want to anybody else, right? See, that's why I have a whole playlist called "The Fall," the downfall, or the fall of Miss Hussy, because it is 100% nothing more than audio and video and visual proof of you being 100% the aggressor. You, like others, a lot of people, don't realize or remember that you are filming yourself. You're documenting everything yourself and then denying it. It's wild. What's up, Scotty? And I know it.
Of me mentioning his name, he texts me and says, "Don't ever fucking mention my name again."
Yeah, that's true.
So
Fuck.
I'm on stream. I look at the text. Sorry, do you want to say something?
I was gonna say, do you know the date on that?
Which
Oh,
one?
I
shit.
can find out right now.
Y'all are hilarious.
Because
Do
it's
you want the
funny-
date?
Well, it's funny because in my notes I have you saying something about Ryan. Ryan gets a weird message. I do have this, but the date's wrong. It's January the 29th. It couldn't have been then.
So I did not say anything on stream.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. why it matters.
I did not allude to anything happening on the stream. So there was nothing in my stream that I alluded to. I got the text
Clicked on phonics,
and I
Fallon the
answered him
Felon.
really quickly while I was on stream, and I just said no problem, and I immediately blocked him. Because to me that was like strike three. Like,
All right, so it was February.
Shut up. Yeah, Fallon being an author is like Helen Keller being a director.
because to me that was like strike three. Like,
All right, so it was February 18th
Oh my God! Start proving other
at
shit too, dude.
7:28.
You might
I
want to
said,
do
"Do
that.
not mention my name anymore." He
Yeah.
said, "Not a."
He said not a problem. Okay. Okay. And you have been going out here and lying and telling people that a judge said this, but the judge did say that. He said maybe you should walk away. That was a long ass time ago, and that was just a suggestion. But in the same breath, you do a whole video about your first settlement, your first lawsuit, knowing good goddamn well that. How many settlements have you had? There's an NDA, a non-disclosure for every settlement, and you're talking about them and giving specifics. So, I mean, this shows, I don't know why you can't realize that you have an issue, a serious issue. You don't know, you're obviously displaying that it's not you playing the game, you have no impulse control.
Not a problem.
I did
you're making these fucking and somewhere in that time prior, he had texted me in the morning and said, "Oh, good morning, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm good. How about you?" And then he comes back and it was just like, "Can you send me all the merch?" And I was like, "Yeah, if you just go into the media section here, it's all right there. There you go." And he was like,
Mhm.
"Got it, thanks."
It was
So he had
$75.
asked me to send him all the merch as well, which so then
His community
That's
is
that
garbage.
right. Instead of just like communicating to me like, "Hey, what's the next step for
Exactly,
the merch?"
Double
or
O.
"When do you think we're going to be able to get it done?" And keep in mind, this was something I offered to do for free, and then
Well, let's get into that for a second. Ryan was going to do it for free. Hussy sent him $50. Ryan sends it back. He tells Ryan to keep his name, Hussy tells Ryan to keep his name out of his mouth. But then what does Hussy do? He goes live and drags Ryan for filth, cries, pisses his depends, and just plays the consummate victim as usual. As usual. How long do you think you can keep this up, dude? Your behavior is very reminiscent of when I was active in the tete-a-tete, back and forth, bullshit. It's reminiscent of that, what other people were doing. I didn't have to sit here and bullshit people. Was I a hypocrite? Pfft, yeah, I went back and watched myself. Hell, I just watched a part of a stream today from March when Pistachio made contact with me. Some of you were there, and I had a few drinks and let her do her thing, and that was the turning point for me. I look like shit, dude. I'm able to look at that and go, God damn, don't go back to that. How are you not able to watch this back and go, Jesus Christ, I can't even stay consistent on my own moral high ground.
he was like, "Oh, I'll give you money. And I'm
I
like,
love
"No, I
Evil
don't
Dead.
care.
I love the
have,
theater
I have free time
experience,
right
though.
now. I don't need money from this. This is not how I get money."
Back rooms was hard to get through.
I was offering to do it for free, and then he
Well, I guess what confuses me is because
Did you just skip it?
I was offering to do it for free, and then he
well, I guess what confuses
You did. You skipped past the part because you're full of shit, dude. You just want to look like the victim. Oh my God, you are not going to make it. You don't belong in this space. Why is it so many people who don't belong in this space are here? And then they have to do the most to protect their little pissant channels. And I'm not saying my channel's bigger. It's not. I probably don't even have 60 viewers. Fine by me. I know how far my message gets.
Uses me as like, because you're not wrong that he
Exactly.
It depends on what the day of that message is, but like ultimately,
it wasn't
like
easy.
he probably gave you a good 2 weeks that you had told him, "Hey, make this merch store," and he isn't doing anything about it. Like he's not texting you, asking you, like, "Hey, what's with the merch store?" And instead, he's doing this passive aggressive thing. And I'd be almost curious how much he's texting you about.
He acts like a little girl. That's why.
So I think after he made those posts, about the can someone do my merch? He wasn't texting me at all because he was like in his you're a jerk. Like he wanted me to reach out to be like, oh my God, what's the problem, Hussy? What did I do?
Exactly.
You have to powder his ass before you lick his peanut boil.
And no, I'm a 33-year-old man. Like, no thanks. If you have a fucking problem with a friend, you don't do some weird shit like that. You say, hey, I have a problem with this.
Pretty much, Ruth.
And there wouldn't even have been a problem if he would have just said, hey, what's the next step on the merch? Or when is that going to be done?
I
could have quickly said,
yet.
I was waiting for a login info for that website. Did you make that yet? Oh, no, you didn't? Okay, if you make that right now, I'll log in and upload it. Like, the work was already fucking done.
Yeah, that would have been like a 2-hour job at the most.
Right. The long part was already done. All I had to do was put the shit in the program. But
wait a minute. Fallon claims she wrote for a soap opera and won awards. Prove it. I want to see the awards. I want to see the screenplays. I mean, like, were the actors like, fuck, I can't read this. Can I buy a vowel?
Yeah, so the text happened while I was on stream. I blocked at that point, and I said no problem, and I blocked him. And then
God, blow your nose.
I had him blocked for maybe a week.
No.
And
no, right to be 30.
That's a liar.
That's a liar. You sound like my little cousin when she was 5. Like, for real, dude. I can't handle your little girl act routine. Because you put a wig on doesn't mean you're not a 54-year-old grandpa.
And I blocked him. And then I had him blocked for maybe a week.
No.
And
no, that's a liar. So that message was sent to you on the 18th of February at 7:28. Do not mention my name. You said not a problem. Okay. February 20th. You text.
No. Let's put this to the test. Don't mention my name ever again, Hussy. Don't do it. Don't ever, especially don't ever talk about things that you signed an agreement for.
Me at 8:45. You did not have me blocked for a week. This was the second 2 days after. You messaged me and you said, can you call me when you get offline?
July 14th, 1:40 p.m. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it the 14th? It's the 15th. July 15th, 1:40 p.m.
Live, please. Because I was, and you said, can you call me when you get off live, please? Because I was doing the stream, and I said that I have to go take a shower, get ready for my pre-party show. So I will see you guys in like an hour. So, I think I had said like I'm gonna speak about someone, but I don't know if I'm gonna tell their name or whatever. So.
Oh my God, dude, you are unbelievably immature for your age. Genuinely. If you qualify for all these disabled benefits, then why don't you have a minder to keep you off the internet? Because you are destroying yourself.
So he must have been watching. So he texted me at 8:45. He said, can you call me when you get off live, please? I said, what for? He said, Hussy, please, can you just stop with the attitude and talk to me?
And let me guess, you didn't. Because you're incapable. We've seen you on panel. Yado tried to talk to you, and what'd you do? That's what you did. Like a little girl. Like a little girl. And I can say that because I was a little boy once, and I was on the playground, and I would try to, because at a young age, I had quite a I could speak. I like adults because I was just never around hardly any other kids. I was always around adults. Learned to read at 3, which is obviously something your community doesn't suffer from, Hussy. And they would go.
So I called him.
Didn't want
but let's hear what he has to say.
Queef of AIDS pedo jacketing me again.
So you didn't have me blocked.
I don't think he knew that he was blocked.
I wasn't
because
blocked.
I think he was still waiting for me to be like, Hussy, what's the problem? Tell me. Or
You did.
Oh man,
and he was making
he's
posts
getting mad because he knows
on his
it's
wall
the truth.
saying stuff like, "Oh, I might drag someone tonight," and he was making he made a poll
Right.
that said, "Should I drag this person tonight? They're somebody I was friends with and they upset me," or some.
God, you suck. This is why you're alone. You know that, dude? Because I guarantee you, well, you did this to Vicky. And Fallon has to keep your pockets lined because, one, she's obviously a pathological liar. And she has to keep your pockets lined so you'll tolerate her because, again, nobody wants to fuck with her in real life, I'm assuming. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got a picket fence out here with some corn on the other side.
Stupid shit like that. And so, probably 3 of those posts were made, right? And so, quick question, soft reset. Ryan, do you often give your number to people online? So no, it was a
Don't
huge
do
fucking
that.
mistake. And I learned. I was new to this. I was new to participating in communities like this back in January. So I had a lot of lessons to fucking learn.
Can you guys, if you guys hear of anybody that's new to this stuff and they're on a panel, can you send them to me? Because I think I'm the only one I know of that actually says, fuck that. These are the pitfalls. This is what will happen. I mean, because I just buy my book.
I had a lot of lessons.
I'll just write a book.
Listen, learn them quickly, and like it gets so much easier from there.
Yeah, it has been a lot easier, but I literally I'm so over it at this point. I'm not even participating.
Good. That's where you should be.
I'm literally over it. I forget where I was.
Friends on here.
What was the date on that text message? Do you know?
1 second.
What's your name?
You know, I guess I got a dog hair in my eye this morning, and now like the bag under my eye is like this long and swollen. Yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. I love getting older.
Okay, while I'm looking for that, so then he did a live stream, and I wasn't watching. Somebody had messaged me and said,
well, you're here now.
he didn't
Shade
he didn't talk shit about
whatever.
you,
I can't.
Correct.
but he said that
Welcome.
he wasn't gonna name you, and that this person just upset him, and that was it. Blah blah blah.
Right.
February 18th was when he texted saying, "Don't mention my name anymore."
Yep, and then February the 19th, he makes a community post. Hold on, I think I have that here. February 19th. Just to give you a heads up, I might be calling someone out tomorrow, Hussy style. Don't say nothing or drag my
Hussy
fuck
style.
up.
So you mean when he says hussy style, he means dishonest, triggered, defamatory, slanderous. I mean, I can say all this because I've witnessed it with my own eyes and ears.
Yeah, that was the poll. So the
Chanel?
day after,
Okay.
right? And
Yep.
so I said, not a problem to him, and I blocked him. So at this time, I think he didn't realize that.
You didn't block me. You absolutely did not block me.
I blocked him.
How
and
do
he
you
made
know?
a few posts, and then whatever. I think it was a Friday night, and I was actually out working, and somebody had messaged me and said, "Hey, he didn't talk shit about you, but he said at the end that this person, you seem like the kind of man that takes responsible care of wigs." So somebody mentioned that he
like Fallon's book, 50 Shades of Hey! Or Hey, horse joke. Yeah, okay.
he didn't talk shit.
I blew that one.
I know. I gotta stop looking. So basically, he didn't talk shit about me. So at that point, I was a fucking sucker, and I said to this person, I said, "Should I just fucking call him and just try to squash this? Like, should I just fucking call him and try to squash it?" So the person was like,
We'll see. Hussy views being blocked as a slight towards his character, which existing is a slight towards his character. So he has to say Ryan is lying because he can't look like the piece of shit that he actually is.
"Call him and just try to squash this? Like, should I just fucking call him and try to squash it?" So the person was like, "Oh, I
Let me
don't know,
guess,
blah, blah, blah."
Fallon's
And by the time the person
self-published.
responded, I had already unblocked him and texted him and said, text me or call. I said, call me after your stream.
Nothing wrong with that. If
And
you're
you'll hear
good.
at the end of that stream, Carrie was on.
Was,
he says to Carrie, oh, Carrie, check your text messages when you get off. So I think he.
Oh, you mean the Carrie that he talks shit about every day, even when he has to put her in the title and bring her into every stream, even when she's not the topic? He was reaching out to her. He has no idea how bad this
He had
all
called
makes him
Carrie and
look.
talked to her briefly, and then he called me. Absolutely nothing got settled on that phone call at all.
Nope.
So
I literally was trying.
I was just gonna say when Hussy leaked all the DMs with him and Carrie on the 19th, he texts Carrie and says, "Riot just texted me. He wants to talk."
Yep. Yeah.
Damn, I still got a bunch of DMs.
So,
Maybe I should get in on this grift. Pay my air
That-
conditioner off.
he contacted Carrie over it before contacting me, and we spoke, and it just went absolutely nowhere. And literally, I was saying on the phone, I was like, I don't know what your fucking problem is with me. Like, literally, one day shit was fine, and then the next day, I don't fucking know what happened.
You said we were both on 2 different pages. You thought one thing, I thought another thing. That's what you said.
Well, he's on chapter 8. You're still trying to get to the preface.
And then he was just going, really? You don't know what happened? You don't know what happened? And I'm like, I'm asking you to tell me what happened. So no, I don't know what happened. And he was like, oh, well, there's like a fucking million things. And I was like, all right, so tell me.
I
And
only
then
dump DMs if I
he
have
was like,
to
I don't have the time.
exonerate
I gotta get in the
myself.
shower. I gotta dye my
Been,
beard.
like,
I got a
quite a
pre-party
while.
stream to do at 9.
It's
Blah blah blah.
your-
And I'm like, the time that it took you to just say that, you could have just told me what the problem was.
No.
So he was literally like,
Nah.
still just playing
I'm
games instead of just being
12.
like, oh, I have a problem with this. So I'm like, dude, just fucking tell me what the issue is. And finally, he was like, my fucking merch. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you are so fucking
that-
entitled.
So that's true because he's laughing. He thinks it's cute. He thinks it's cute to abuse people verbally. I don't think it's cute. I don't. I think it makes you look like a fucking lunatic, bro.
Like
No.
something I offered to do for you for free.
Because people were asking for it.
Thank you for admitting it. Thank you for admitting that you went off on him over some fucking merch that you were getting done for free. Now, I know some people were probably around when I did MFW's merch. Okay, it's been 2017. I paid for it. I went through a designer. I paid for the designer to design it. She rejected every design. She still uses the logo to this day, which I own. Yeah, you can't sue a rock. Blood from a turnip. And I paid for it to have them printed up because Teespring wasn't a thing. I sold them, shipped them, and still split the money with her. And then she got some of it back from selling me drugs.
Constantly.
Which I got 2/3 of the way done on.
Right.
Because it wasn't done exactly in your time frame, because
No.
you stopped
No.
communicating with me.
Uh-uh.
Because it wasn't done exactly in your time frame, you're gonna act like you paid me thousands of dollars
No.
or some shit
It was $50.
and talk to me like a piece of fucking dirt
No.
Yeah, well, you just
over
admitted
something
it,
I offered to do for you
dipshit.
for free.
God
And,
damn,
and this is how you
dude.
treat me. And so
My
Was
God,
gonna do, yeah, but you did it.
that
Oh,
basically nothing positive happened on that call. Right?
entitled
So
little brat.
you know, I was just like, all right, whatever, have a good night. And then literally he went live about an hour later and he said a bunch of shit about me, called me all sorts of fucking things. Right. So then,
Didn't deny it.
okay, after that, I
So,
left him unblocked.
Well, I was
Didn't
just gonna
deny
say
it.
really quickly, if I remember it correctly, he tried to send you $50. You were like, nah, like
Correct.
and you said, you know, you refunded it back to him, right?
Yeah. So I think after the first night that I started working on the merch,
That's what I'm saying.
before I had even sent him any.
Okay, so let me get this straight, Hussy. This is the hill you're gonna die on. You are getting something done for free. You had admitted you know he's busy. You sent him money. He sent it back, and you still verbally abused him. Told him to keep your name out of his mouth, but you went and dragged him. You think this makes you look good? You think this makes you look like a victim? Think about that, dude. Like, really sit down and think about it. Write all that shit down. Go recite it to yourself in the mirror instead of going to it like whatever that guy's name was. Was it Stewart? You know, people like me. I'm a good person. You know, daily affirmations.
Proof of concept over. He had sent me 50 on Cash App. I refunded it. And I said, look, I'm not taking the money, blah, blah, blah. And he said, no, I'm going to pay you, da, 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 da. And I said, all right, well then hold on to the money
Wow.
for now, at least until it's 100% finished.
Yes.
And I didn't want to take it, but he seemed intent on sending it. Like literally $50. What the fuck am I gonna do with $50? Like, I literally.
Yeah, and I
whatever.
mean, I've set up these merch stores before. They're very easy to do, like, on your own. It's just like a few clicks, and like you've got it all put together. So
Hussy's
Right,
never
I was
grown
going
up.
to give you, I don't know what it was, $150 to $200. I said that.
Oh, you said that, huh? Why don't you show it? Why don't you show it? You don't have a timestamp for that? You don't have the message nailed down to the very second? Yeah? I mean, if you don't get to just add things to the story to make yourself look like the victim. You're a consummate you play the victim too much, dude. It's
That was
pretty
just
gross.
a deposit, so you know that I have good faith.
Just prove it.
it's not
For a
like
change,
anything
prove it.
even charge worthy necessarily, but at the same time, like, you know, had it gone somewhere, you probably would have wanted it on the profit somewhere down the line, right?
Well, I did have like I had a pretty good idea for like month-to-month rollouts on new themes and stuff. So maybe if
Yeah.
it like took off super successful and he was selling a few grand worth of merch a month, then maybe I would have been like, hey, let me get a.
I'm not laughing at you, Ryan, but because I understand where your naivete comes from. But this guy's selling a few grand in merch every month. You got to have the viewers. He could have every single person watching him on his illiterate streams buy a shirt and still listen. I sold merch for the longest time. I think over a period of 2 or 3 years, I made $9,000. $9,000. And that's because I continually released merch. People collected my merch because it's collect. I got a whole trunk full of it. They're collector's items.
Certain percentage off of it.
He
but
is a
for-
man
to start it up,
shanning.
I,
With that,
I really
but I
didn't
think
care.
that's reasonable. I understand what you're saying. Like, you know,
He's no better.
Yeah, to start it up, whatever, not a lot of work. But if it was super successful, then yeah, maybe I would have wanted to negotiate something because I was doing all the work, or well, would have been doing all the
Nothing
work.
successful about this clown.
So I
at
left him
all.
unblocked after that phone call, and then he talked a bunch of shit about me that night, and I didn't watch the stream. I really don't watch any of it because I don't want to fucking see it. And the next,
I have no problem watching when they're dogging me. That's fine.
Oh, you see, you need to talk a whole lot less, dude. You need because you just admit I'm an insecure grandpa who can't handle what I dish out. I mean, you're in the right community for that. The drama reaction community. You're in the right community for that because 90% of the reactors are like that. They could dish it out, go IRL, but God forbid they're held accountable, right?
it was either that night or the next. You know what? It was either that night or the next day,
I'm gonna make peanut boil merch.
and
The next
it was
day.
the next day.
Yep.
He texted and said, "How many people did you tell?" And I was like, "What? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?"
First of all, it was a text message. I didn't sound like that. How many people did you tell?
No, that's easy to determine because we all know you sound like a bitter menopausal woman. No offense. That lives in a trailer park and can't put the pipe down. See, I finished it.
And he said, "About the problem between you and me." And I'm like, I ignored that because it's like, dude, you have been putting this shit on YouTube for the last fucking week, teasing it. And then you finally talked a bunch of shit about me last night for 2 fucking hours straight. And
Yep.
then you want to fucking press me about who did I talk to about it? Like, what?
Wow.
How is
dude.
that logical?
Private.
the thing was, I guess
Wow.
it was probably the day
Wow.
after that people started speculating because he kept
Psychotic.
being like, I want to talk about somebody, but wouldn't talk about who it was, you know, that kind of game.
Everyone knew who it was. I was on his
Yeah.
stream every fucking other day, and then all
Well,
of a
you had
sudden I was
stopped
gone.
showing up on his stream, the Valentine's Day post, the fucking, can someone help me with merch shit? Like, it was obvious to
Yep.
everyone at that point. And even I wasn't willing to say that it was you for sure because I didn't know at the time. But, like, I wasn't surprised when I figured it out.
Right.
Hussy
right.
is the problem.
Right.
100% the problem.
So then he said, "Oh, who did you tell?" I ignored him because I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this shit. And then
Right.
he texted me like 20 minutes later because I didn't answer, and he's like, "That's what I thought. I knew it," or something. "Oh, you don't even have to tell me now because I know who you told." And then at that point, I blocked him again. And then like a day or two later, he was saying on stream that
Share the stream, guys. Let's get
he
it
was
out
saying
there.
on stream that like, "Oh, Ryan blocked me. I didn't think it was that serious." Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's also, I have that as well, that he said
So
on
you
the
talk
25th
shit.
that you blocked
God,
him.
dude, you are
He actually made a
Yeah,
full
but he-
fucking post.
a
Hey, yeah, he
man
acted
child.
surprised. but he knew because he called me from private the next fucking day and left me a voicemail.
Look at that. Oh my God. Is that a receipt? No, a receipt? See, Hussy, you would be a lot more credible if you just provide receipts, but we have sat here and listened to you contradict yourself at least 5 times already.
No.
Yep.
He called you from wait, he like star 69'd you?
Yep. Left me a long ass voicemail because at that time my dog was having some issues with her ears.
So you're harassing
and
him now.
I was saying on my stream
Cool.
how she was gonna have to go to the vet again and blah blah blah. And so he left me a voicemail about how that shows my character.
Aria, calm down, girl.
He's not denying it. That shows his character that he wants to take care of his dog. Dude, I guess if you had a dog, you would just be like MFW and exploit it for money, right? This is what you do with your cat. 100% just to get more money, right? Your cat cuddle club. Are those spelled with K's, by the way?
Because he made it serious, LOL, especially when he told Ryan never to mention his name again. Girl. How's that GoFundMe?
That I blocked him because he was just trying to call me to see how Sadie was doing. And
I was.
it really shows my character and blah 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 blah.
Oh my. Somebody
So
play
so
the
when he acted
voicemail.
surprised, what's that?
Someone said play the voicemail.
No, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna play
All
it.
right, fair.
Hussy,
But yeah,
buddy,
that's
sell
fun.
it.
I appreciate that.
Oh, you do, huh? As you have something up here that says email dump about somebody else, right? Okay, Mr. Integrity.
I really do. Y'all nosy ass bitches. And he still kept that voicemail? I don't know why you won't keep it. Oh my stop. But thank you for not playing it. You do have a little bit of respect. I have respect for you, so I ain't reading
No,
your
you don't.
text
No, you
messages.
don't.
Fucked up.
People who respect one another don't call up and leave long-ass voicemails, send them shitty text messages, follow them around on the internet.
Like that's like
God, dude.
he was coming at you because you said that your dog was sick.
Violently
She was constantly
ignorant.
in and out of the hospital. She had ear issues, and he had picked the wrong vet. He was so mad, spend all that money. Yeah.
So, what, were you mad because you didn't get the money? So you're mad somebody else spent money on their dog. Do you not see how stupid that is? How absolutely blatantly insensitive and ignorant that is? God, dude.
Yeah, because he was just
Fuck.
trying to call me to make sure she was all right, and it something like it showed my character that I had him blocked or something.
Oh, that he had you
Oh, you couldn't just check on the dog. You had to make it about yourself and be the victim. Shocking.
blocked. I thought it showed your character that your dog
you
was
had-
sick.
No. That
Okay.
it just showed my character that he was blocked, and he was just trying to call to check on my dog. Blah blah blah.
To
Oh,
check on
Hammy,
my
I gotta see
dog.
that.
That is wild. It is giving Fatal Attraction, but
Oh,
speaking of a similar situation, because before we go further along, I
Oh
wanted
my
to ask
God.
you because Carrie said something recently about Kyler and how you had given Kyler money, and I was wondering if you could tell me what happened there.
Is this the same one you're dumping the emails on? Wow, that if it is, that explains a lot. You're just so goddamn spiteful and petty. Look, I'm petty too, but I'm not that petty, dude. You're petty to a point where it makes you look. You're untrustable. You're not trustworthy, and you're just a bad person.
Carrie, why the fuck do you give a shit? This
What?
one on panel, Aria, she's the one asking for money. You got any questions for her?
Well, hey, are you going to ask you going to grill Blaze about raising money for a child murderer? Are you going to grill Draven about yelling at an autistic child? It's awfully funny when it comes to your community, they're beyond reproach, but when it comes to everybody else, all of a sudden everybody's beholden to you.
Oh, no matter what, Ryan was always too good of a friend for Hussy. Hussy doesn't know how to be a real friend. Honey, let me tell you something.
Oh my God.
Based on everything that he said, I've been a very good friend to him. What are you talking about? I'm not a good friend, constantly plugging
No.
his channel, letting him up on
You're not.
panel.
You're not. I helped you build one of your many lost channels. You're Band-Evading now, using a channel under somebody else's name. And you lost a channel that was under the Leprechaun's name, allegedly, and now you're using his husband. And what happens when it goes? Is Fallon going to hook you up with the channel?
I'm the one that got the shaft.
How? How did you get the shaft? He didn't. His dog was sick. You had a problem with the microphone, the dog, the merch wasn't made in the right time. You know none of this makes you look good, dude. Take a look. Since you like Social Blade so much, fuck the money. Go look at your numbers. Look at your watch time. Look at your views.
Aria, what makes you a good friend?
Let me tell you something,
Huh?
brother. Why do you care?
So I really don't want to go too much into Kyler. However, what I will, as deep as I will go on it, is I will say that Kyler didn't reach out to me to ask for money.
Popsicle panel.
What happened was, I think Hussy had asked for, or did a little fundraiser for her on his stream, yada yada yada, and then I reached out to her, and then I offered to raise money for her on like 2 of my streams in a row. And
don't do fundraisers.
So she didn't reach out to me to ask for money. And also
reach out to anyone for money. She just was reaching out because she felt like she needed someone to talk to. And if you can help, you can. If not, it wasn't mandatory. But Carrie, you couldn't even reach out to fucking send her an email back.
Hey, has the wig fused to your fucking brain? What does Carrie have to do with any of this? Carrie. You are obsessed. And your obsession is derived from the fact that you, sir, have fucking abandonment issues that you need to address. You make all these welfare checks on people when it just, I'm not saying I'm going to do it. I'm not telling anybody to do it. I have to clear that up so you don't fucking pee your depends. You need somebody to check on your welfare and not the police. You need your housekeeper. I know it, deli meats. You need to have them check on your boil because something's agitating you. You know how dogs get aggressive and you can't tell they're sick?
Not even an email back.
Who cares? Are you the police of morality except for your own?
That didn't happen. And also, neither did Aria.
Seriously.
Well, Hella Keller still had a nose. She could smell it.
Aria didn't send me nudes. Like, that's crazy. The person that did is the person that everyone knows who sends those pictures around. Yeah, and there was literally like, I don't have a problem with her, whatever. She's wild. Let her.
This is where I have a problem. This is the first note.
Oh, this is the first time you have a problem? Yeah, we can tell.
That I took January 29th, 9:19 p.m. You text me. You said, I literally just ended the stream to a nude video of a viewer, LMAO.
Okay.
I said, you what? What do you mean?
Sure you did.
He said, a viewer.
That goal was $75. He only got $42 of it, which means he pockets it and doesn't dump the emails and then comes back and sets the goal again. It's just a big grift.
Parentheses, cute girl. She messaged me yesterday and we chat back and forth a few times today.
Hammy.
Literally, she sent me a video after my stream, LMAO. She said, I figured you can use this nice, I figured you can use a nice video after a long stream.
Stop with the nudes.
You did not say this was Anja, and you did not say, yes, a video. That's exactly his words.
Okay, so whose fault is it? He told you privately because you were supposed to be a friend. You're just telling everybody, don't tell me anything in private because I'll sell it later or I will throw you under the bus while I contradict myself to try and make you look bad. But only 3 people in my chat who are on my intelligence level are going to buy it.
A video. So let's hear that again.
We heard it the first time.
We had already talked about Anja sending nudes. And when we spoke, you said you haven't gotten it yet or she emailed you or something like that. If it was Anja, why at the time when you sent me this on the 29th, you didn't tell me it was Anja?
So you're defending the person who is just sending their fur burger around, but you're going to sell your friend out who told you about it. But yet you have this information that she's sending her nudes around. And you're not going to sit down and talk to them about it. What is your problem?
The person that did is the person that everyone knows who sends those pictures around.
So
yeah, and there was literally like, I don't have a problem with her, whatever. She's wild. Let her live her life. I don't have an.
Yeah, and you weren't talking back and forth with Anja. You
And
said we chatted back and forth a few times today. That was Anja?
it sounds like you're well, okay. So you just want to out people. That's cool. So it seems like you have a problem with the straight men that you fall in love with talking to women. That's what it seems like to me.
So why were you chatting with Anja?
What's it matter to you?
Issue
You're
with
a
her,
piece of
but
dog shit.
she has messaged me multiple times, all that I have not responded to any of them,
Okay, Mom,
and
I-
sending
I-
pictures.
yeah.
So that was who sent, and I never even told him a name. I just said that, you know, that
No, Hussy's doing that. He's outing somebody.
It had happened.
Because of course he is.
so he assumed that, oh, because I modded Aria in my chat,
Exactly,
that,
Julie.
oh, it must be her. And even at the end of his
He's
stream where he had
insufferable.
initially made that up, he said at the end, like, well, I don't know if it's her. Who else would it be? Because she's the only person with a wrench in his
He
chat.
does. I
yada,
believe
yada,
he hates
yada.
women.
God,
That's
it's
my
like
opinion.
Anja. You know, the person who is like
I'm sorry,
historically
listen,
known for sending nudes to everybody.
And literally,
get
was
any.
Has Anja ever sent a video? I don't think so.
was
What the fuck kind of point is that? You don't just see the video? I don't think so. Everything's not a point, dude. The points you make expose you.
do you want to see my nudes? And I didn't respond.
Oh, does she have nice boobs?
I didn't respond to her.
Everybody likes
And
boobs.
If you
then-
don't respond fast enough, she sends them anyway.
Right, she sent them, and then after she said, "This
What's
is
up,
the
Capone?
pictures that have Carrie and Hussy so mad."
She's absolutely insane.
Hey
I
guys,
mean,
now I say
I-
on the internet, not only Hussy.
like it's kind of like I had said earlier. I've said all I can say about Anja. She's just gonna send her nudes to everybody, and she needs to be aware that if she's not careful enough, that's eventually gonna put her ass in jail.
Yeah, isn't that?
Okay.
Would it be harassment of some sort?
Well, I mean, my argument was
He allegedly sent Rev a picture of his peanut boil. Great.
it's like she said that she told me when we had talked to her on Hussy's was that she just went through a list, just clicking names after name and just sending her nudes to different
By the way, Anja, did you send him a video or did you send him pics?
people. I'm like, you don't know if those people are minors.
What does that
or
matter
not.
to you,
So,
old
like,
man?
Oh God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't just send them indiscriminately to whoever. Like, you have to know who you're sending them to.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that's problematic. So is this your friend, Kenny? Address it. Address it. Is that your friend? If you're just sending them to anybody and you don't know how old they are or who they are, that is very problematic. I can't remember who it was yesterday. It said something like, nobody's going to jail. Maybe it was him. I don't know. But yes, if you are sending people your fucking nudes and you're sending them randomly and you don't vet them and you send it to somebody who is unfortunately a minor, yes, you have a problem. You have a big problem on your hands.
Would be bad. Why do you have this terrible thumbnail of me, you son of a bitch?
Listen, you want to know what's funny is that thumbnail, the blurry thumbnail from the first place was from a completely different
She sent
thing.
Cyrax
It was from
pics of her
Cooking with Jack
kids?
stream. I just yanked it because I needed something
Fuck.
blurry, and then I found this, and I was like,
Ah,
that could actually pass for the blurry thumbnail.
it's rebuildable
Oh
tree.
my God.
This-
Yeah, I
this
look
was
like
my
I'm-
alternative thumbnail.
What is going to be a worse picture?
Check my
Don't worry
stream.
about
You
it.
just. Okay, hang on. I'm refreshing.
It could have been a popsicle.
I'm still seeing the same one.
No, look at the live stream itself, the video.
Oh, hang on. Let me open
I
it.
would not stop the stream.
Oh my. Yeah. I prefer that one over the one you had.
That's gross,
okay,
Capone.
okay.
Dude, Cyrax is. I'm glad he's gone. He is a disgust. He's like Hussy. Their mentality's the same. They're always the victim, never the perpetrator.
I think that one's hilarious.
What was that from? Was that you making fun of Hussy?
I wouldn't say I was making fun
Cyrax
of him.
is a
I
fucking
was
dirtbag.
just, I was having a good time.
Yeah, that was back when you were still friends with him, though, right?
Yeah, we were cool. So it wasn't
Okay.
like to make fun of him or anything.
Yeah.
Rebuildable Ryan's wigs and popsicle
So
stand.
did anything crazy happen with Fallon?
Yeah, she spelled something right one time.
Do you want to give me 2 seconds?
What's
Let me
up,
take a leak,
Trippy?
and then we'll talk about that.
Yeah, sure.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm leaving out and forgetting here. Oh, Fallon, actually. Hold on.
So she's from another country. Doesn't matter. It doesn't make her any less of a freak for doing that. I can make that judgment call. If you're sending Cyrax your pictures of your kids and you're just sending your nudes to anyone, that is a sign of really bad things. It's really bad. Is that
not
your
the same
buddy,
time I
Hussy,
did,
or
because
no?
like I said, I was
Address
already
it.
involved in Hussy's
Address
community
it.
for a year or so before I went on panel. But Ryan, were you protecting Hussy from the public or the public? Oh my god, sorry, I thought that was more important.
Wait,
At the same time, I don't really have anything.
I'm just writing. Yeah, so
Yeah, from
Yeah,
the bench
that's a good
warmers, the guy
question.
that's allergic to the
Why
sun.
is Hussy
that
such a
funny?
prominent subject?
Everything is not funny.
Because
funny.
it's me. Yeah.
You are such a narcissist. This is why I call you a malignant narcissist. Go look up the definition.
I love it. I am dominant, honey. I am the boss of the call.
No, you're not. You get 140 viewers. That's not boss. You're not even the boss of your own
Ryan is
apartment.
being pretty thorough. That's what I'm saying. I feel
Can you
like
paint
he's
the
been
walls without permission?
wanting to say a lot of this and just doesn't.
Here we go. That's how we roll. We prominent. Oh, that's good money.
Okay. Howdy.
Yeah. So.
Uh-oh, that she said Carrie.
Well, yeah, you were
better
gonna tell me
stop and
about Fallon,
spaz.
actually. Hold on.
He
Sure
doesn't
about,
have
dude.
much to say.
Oh, you want me
You
to
had
hold
a
on?
lot to say so
No,
far.
no,
I
you
guess
go
I've had
ahead.
more.
I'm just writing something. down.
like,
Exactly,
to be honest,
Julie.
as
He
far
fits
as
the
like
definition.
personal experience
Exactly.
goes, I don't really have anything that people haven't seen on
Source
stream
code.
that anything crazy to say about Fallon.
Yeah.
Fallon did come around like at the exact same time. Not the same time I did, because like I said, I was already involved in Hussy's community for a year or so
'Cause it's
before I went on
me.
panel. But Ryan, were you protecting Hussy from the public or the public? Oh my god, sorry, I thought that was a more important question. So I really didn't have much experience with her, because when Hussy and I were friends, him and Fallon weren't really close friends at that time. It wasn't until after him and I stopped talking that Fallon and him became closer friends.
Oh,
So
interesting.
I didn't interact with Fallon really too much. And the one thing I will say about Fallon is, I think she did a stream like afterwards, after Hussy had really dragged me and said all this shit about me that, in my opinion, is 100% false and manipulating the facts of the situation and the story.
Okay, what?
He told a story. We'll say allegedly for the fucking frivolous lawsuits being doled out. Anti-slap. He made his home health aide pick up his dildo from the kitchen table. I bet it looked like he had made fudge with it, or he popped one of his peanut boils with it. Ow, the smell, honey.
What was I saying that's false?
Everything.
You don't even talk about it.
Everything
she
is
went
false. That
live
comes
and
out of
said
your
shit
mouth.
about me and the people I was streaming with, and it's like, respectfully, she had no idea about anything that had happened. Like, and I feel like they all say like you have to hear both sides of the story to know like the truth, and it's like, but
The only reason Fallon's the village idiot is because she can't be the village moped.
whenever they hear one side that is their friend's side, they will immediately run with it without hearing the other side.
Right. No, I agree with you. And Fallon is probably the best example of that. Like every time Hussy says something, like Hussy claps, snaps, and Fallon runs. Like she.
Excuse me. Did you forget when Val came up on panel and said, "Oh, I'm such a bad friend," and judged me regarding my issue with certain people, i.e., irate Alex, implying that it was my fault what happened without even hearing my side?
Well, because your side is, I'm the victim. Cunt, stupid bitch. That's your side. That's always your side. You prove nothing. You only prove that you're an insecure grandpa with abandonment issues.
She didn't even know what I have to say, and she already picked a side. So, I'm sorry.
Exactly. See, Julie, it's lie after
Just
lie,
like will
contradiction after
immediately disagree with
contradiction.
whatever Hussy says. It's very, very cultish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
No, we don't do that.
Yeah, you
we
do.
don't do that here. We all
Yeah, you do.
have our own mind, and we agree on some things, and we disagree on other things.
So why aren't you dragging him through the mud? That's bullshit, dude. You know it's bullshit.
But we're just not going to fucking fight and be embarrassed that we can coexist and have different opinions. Okay?
Opinion, community.
That's why people feel comfortable talking in here and saying what they have to fucking say.
So if I drop by later, I can come in there and say what I want to say? You're wrong. You're wrong. You are such a gaslighter, dude.
Who the fuck is that in Carrie's new picture? Exactly.
Why does it matter?
That's her new thumbnail or whatever the fuck it is.
Why are you so angry? What? You're just an angry old man, dude. You put a wig and sunglasses on. Why don't you show your bald ass head, yeah, your chops, and come on here and then rage out and call straight men your sloppy seconds?
We all fucking agree to disagree.
No, you don't.
Monica was still friends with AJ. Did I give a shit? No. I told her to go stay friends with her.
Who? Who? Dude, you're such a lying sack of shit.
We all fucking agree to disagree. Monica was still friends with AJ. Did I give a shit? No. I told her to go.
Because she gives you money.
Go stay friends with her.
She gives you money.
Fuck's sake. It's not, no.
Crybaby.
A little weird. So I won't.
Exactly,
Carrie, pick
Julie.
a fucking face.
Uh-oh. How about you
Every
pick
day it's another fucking face, man.
Well, pick a wig, dude.
Say anything bad about
It's
Fallon.
jealousy.
The only thing I would
He's
say is, like, I
unhinged.
don't understand why she said a bunch of stuff about me when she really didn't even know me. But
Yeah,
that's
she
really
doesn't know
all I
what
would
she's talking
say.
about. She's just parroting Hussy because that's what she does, and she did
Exactly,
that.
Sal.
For all those people, like all the people that she's calling out now in Krama, she did that for them too. You know, so it's just
Right.
that's just Fallon. One of the chat questions was about the bodyguard comment. That's what that's what the big one from chat is. What about you being his bodyguard? Because that would have been probably very early on. Was it before or after the merch? You know,
I can't fucking remember. But here's here's what happened. So I'd say 4 to 6 weeks before I ever went on panel. And this is crazy because this is really early on when Fallon started supporting and being in Hussy's chat as well. Hussy was doing a stream where
wait, this
he
was
was
before
talking
you
about
went on
going
panel?
before, not the bodyguard thing, but this is how it started.
Okay.
You'll understand in a minute. It'll be clear in a second. So he did a stream where he was saying how he wanted to go to PA and interview Jason and Shanny, or maybe it was just Jason, one of the two. And so he had invited Carrie, and Carrie was on stream. I remember he said to Carrie, like, hey, would you want to go? And she was literally like,
Wait a minute. Didn't you have a problem? One of your contentions was they wouldn't make Shanny a rib. But you were going to pay them for an interview. What's the difference between giving them hundreds of dollars for an interview and going to meet them? You're a walking contradiction, bro.
yeah.
Of course she was like, because she don't want to show her damn face.
Show
have
your
to talk
face,
to
dude.
Michael. But
What are you
anyway,
talking about?
Here's
my
people started
face.
sending money because he was like, if I go, I could raise the money for the room, yada, yada, yada. So literally people started sending money immediately.
Oh, so you were going to go meet some people and go see Shanny and Rev. But it's a big deal if somebody else does it. What, dude? What is that? What I don't get
And I'm not
this.
saying
I
that he
can't wrap
grifted
my
that
head
because he
around
didn't
this.
really ask for a goal. He was just kind of saying, maybe I will do this. And then people just took it upon themselves to start sending money. So
Well, that's what bums
Fallon
are
sent
gonna
like
bum.
$50. I think I
Rattle
sent
can,
like
rattle can.
$15 to $20. And then it started like a dono train and a bunch of people donated. He probably got $150 in like 5 minutes. So,
Yeah.
fast forward a few weeks to a month later, him and I start talking, and we were talking about, because I'm not far from him. We're talking about
$400 for an
'cause
interview.
at this time, his audience really liked me. They, he would stream, and then if I would stream an hour later, his entire audience would come to my stream. They supported me a lot, and literally everyone that watched me at the time was watching me as well. So
ID.
we were talking about how, like, the audience would love if we did like an IRL stream in the city, and then somehow that conversation went to, I think I had brought up how he mentioned he wanted to interview Jason in person in PA, and I said, well, I could drive us there, and we can go and blah 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 blah. And I said I could just.
Well, if you kiss his ass, you're gonna get peanut boiled pus and blood on your lips. Just saying. His words, not me. I didn't tell a story about a peanut boil bursting on my ass and soaking my pants with pus and blood. He did. And now we got the white head of death. Just wait a minute. Oh, okay. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Thank you very much. Thank you, YouTube. You're such a great platform. I love it. I love it. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. It loops more than Queen of Karma in everybody's chat 24 hours a day. Look at that. That's awesome. Let's see if we can get the... Let me get it going. I don't want to sit there and just look at that. Look at me. Here's my face, Kenny. What's
Well,
the problem with
so-
showing your face?
We were talking about how, like, you know, the audience would love if we did like an IRL stream in the city, and then somehow that conversation went to, I think I had brought up how he mentioned he wanted to interview Jason in person in PA,
Oh,
and I said, well, I could drive us there, and we can go and blah 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 blah.
Why did you want to go meet 2 child abusers and give them money? Huh? Why are you platforming Draven, who his own wife publicly called him out for yelling at a child, an autistic child no less? Address it, and I get it.
And I said I could just chill out and while you do it and yada yada yada. So I'm not.
I'm glad that he's honest and he's saying that he offered, because, honey, if he had said I begged him, I would have like lost my shit.
Sure how it turned.
You already
into,
lost your shit, dude.
Bodyguard.
You're fucking insane.
Yeah, because he was very specific about bodyguard and
Okay, here is what happened.
Okay, let's hear the
I
bullshit.
was very skeptical in going, because if I'm live streaming, you know how many haters there are and how many deliveries they get and this, that, and the other. And I was scared. I didn't know what I'm getting myself into.
I don't know.
So he had told me that he will come pick me up. He would scoop me up. Yeah, he done said that. So
Well, there's no scooping you up without a front end loader or a fucking fork truck. I always say I'll scoop you up at 1. That's not, everything isn't a romantic comment, dude. Sexualizes everything.
we would go over there, and he didn't say bodyguard, but security. He did say security, but who cares?
Oh, okay. Who cares? You do. You care.
No, Fallon, don't let these bitches fucking bother you. Fuck them.
Well, that's all she's got in life.
Fuck them.
Yeah, let them bother Hussy.
Don't
Perpetually,
let them
terminally
chase
triggered.
you off or anything like that. That's what they want.
Greg is your son, because he's the same
but
way.
I don't understand what is the fucking big fucking deal. My stores.
It's called an interview. Why is it a big deal for other people to do the things that you do?
You want people to think you wanted him.
Address it.
Mm-hmm.
and sharing a hotel room and all this.
I never said anything about sharing a hotel room.
All right.
And also, like, my
And was
plan.
this about,
so,
if I'm remembering correctly,
Wait
was
a
this
minute.
about Hussy saying he wanted to take Rev out to Chinese buffet?
Wait a minute. Didn't Hussy say that they were going to share a hotel room and he was going to be his bodyguard? I mean, if he said that, I thought I heard him say that. I mean, dude, why are you lying on people so much and then crying about psychological trauma? Oh, that's right. It's a grift.
Hey, like you wanted that.
no, that was later.
Okay.
I think that was later on after him and I had stopped talking. He was saying how like I offered to give them food and they wouldn't come on my panel to get it or whatever.
Consider the source.
But this was just, he was saying that he was going to take them to lunch and do an interview and blah, blah, blah. But that was two separate situations, I'm pretty sure. And also,
The door
there's one
handle
thing-
hasn't been seen since either.
this really doesn't have anything to do with Hussy specifically. It's just in general. But I don't know why some viewers are so, like, they really think if you and somebody interact on the internet that, like, oh, you must, if one guy's gay or if it's a guy and a girl, like, oh, they're dating or they're gonna be dating or something like that. And it's
Root
like,
tip IQ behavior. man.
I'll
That's all
speak
it
for
is.
myself. I didn't come to fucking YouTube to find a significant other, and
Right.
that has never been my plan and
I
never
did.
will be.
I
my
mean,
plan.
I didn't come here for that. It just so happened that I did.
I came.
You heard that, Aria? Oh, shit.
here just to have some fun and do some bullshit and fuck around.
Jeez.
So why would I want to fucking date somebody that doesn't live anywhere near me when I could just date somebody in my town?
Right. And I mean,
Ryan, don't shit where you eat, bro. Don't do it.
I could just date somebody in my town.
right. And I mean,
Ryan, I was planning on moving to your town.
I bet you were. You should, Hammy.
that's the thing is, I mean,
Maybe I can
are
get him on
you-
panel.
Do you feel like you're out here thirst trapping on the internet?
Oh, I
would say
used to.
maybe at time. I wouldn't say like I did it
Hi, Debbie.
too bad, but I would say like I fed into there. Like there was a lot of women
I
that
mean,
said
fine
things.
if
blah,
it
blah.
is, but like, just I think that the way people tend to get like bent out of shape out of this is if they feel misled.
Yeah, like Greg does.
So what do you mean by that?
Well, I think it's delusional, but I think you have crazy people on the internet who get unnecessarily attached to content creators, and I've seen it with like
Aria.
other people. So like,
He's a slanderous fool.
there are a segment of content creators on the
Hussy
internet that
is.
are men. Like, I'm thinking of the solo dad guy, for example, where it's effectively like he's kind of pushing himself off as like a single dad, but the fact is he has a wife that just doesn't want to be on camera, and like, but he never really mentions her or whatever, and so it feels like a lot of women are kind of like more into him.
Thank you to the person that sent
Yes,
me
Hammy.
$5
Don't tell
cash
him.
app. I really appreciate it. I just sent you a heart. So it was 33 minus 5. So we have $28
Math is hard.
left to the goal for me to read the email.
Him, do you see what I'm saying?
I got you.
Oh, am I opposed
so
to
what
it?
I will
Oh,
say
I just
is,
admitted
like,
to it.
obviously, I was aware that there was a lot of women that said stuff and blah blah blah. So I won't say that I
He didn't meet his goal.
specifically led anyone on. That's for sure. And the couple times
Take care,
that
Freedom. Thank you.
people said something along those lines, I immediately was like, "Hey, I'm definitely not here for that." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So if people confused me being nice with that, that was definitely not the case. And there was nobody can ever say that I led them on. And if they did, I would ask them to present evidence, because that didn't happen. But the only thing I will say is that
Take note, Greg.
I'll do a short with my shirt off, or when I was doing live streams, I would make sure I didn't look like shit. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like
Take
that.
note, Hussy.
I didn't. I definitely didn't specifically speak to anybody with the intent of, oh, I'm gonna make them think like I like them in that way, or anything of that nature.
He slanders others while crying about slander. It's exactly why an anti-slap would stick, as well as that tens of thousands of dollars in debt.
Yeah, I think whether you
compensatory
do or
damages.
don't, I think as long as you have appropriate boundaries between you and your audience, it never really should become that much of an issue.
Right, I agree, and I
boundaries.
will
Don't
say
send me
that,
your
like,
butthole.
not that I'm not gonna make content in that is based in this community again, but
Let me see. Oh, Carrie.
Back to Carrie again. Can't help yourself. You're
Hussy
obsessed.
thinks like that.
Are you listening to the interview or reading the chat for your name to be mentioned? Because I'm starting to think that you're just here to see your name being mentioned so you can play victim and be outraged. Am I right? Did I nail it?
Fuck, I missed it.
Oh, I missed
Ryan,
a mention
did
about me.
Max try to hit it? You fuck. She just asked, did Max try to hit it? Oh my stars. Is your husband still trying to hit it? Because you said today, honey, your husband works far more hours than 40 a week.
So let me get this straight. You get offended by what she said, but then you just turn around and say the same thing. That doesn't even make any sense. If it's offensive, then you shouldn't be willing to stoop to somebody's level, right?
What is he doing at all those hours, honey? Is he just working extra hours so he can stay away from your Tetris mouth?
Have you looked at Fallon? I mean, like, you're really just a hypocrite at this point.
And he can spend time with someone else because, I don't know, people be saying y'all ain't sleeping in the same bed.
Any,
Boo.
Well, you
Good
sleep
to
alone.
see you, honey.
So.
Leah, did you get my email? I send you Mag's stuff, and then
Well, you know, Hussy, his words, he has to blow a cab driver for a ride. His words. So that's as close to a relationship as he's ever going to get.
I said I gotta get Fallon's email because I got her number, but if I'm sure she doesn't mind for me to give you her number.
That's the
but I just
Olive
wanna
Garden
double check and
breadsticks
I'll
person?
send it, but I did send Mag's information to you.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope you had a great birthday, sweetheart.
I'm giving her grace. So
Yeah, I would be a little bit concerned, honey. If my husband is working 50, 60 hours a week, honey, you ain't giving them no nookie.
Such a fucking sex pest.
But that was something that
He has New York City rats and bed bugs that sleep in his bed.
you know, I definitely was a learning curve.
Sweetie, thank you so much for the $10. Are you in the chat still? I got the PayPal for the $10, sweetie. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So we down to $18 goal. Yes,
Yeah,
we
$18
Hold
goal.
on,
So you can
$18.
sell somebody
We're
else
gonna
out.
dump the email.
Bet you drank it all up too, didn't you?
Oh, we got a Cash App. Hold on. Hold on. Oh,
on,
thank
Mr.
you
Wizard.
so much. We got $28. Oh, you got Chantel. Thank you so much, sweetheart. And then we got, of course, I'm gonna keep it anonymous. Thank you so much. Okay, we met the goal. Thank you, honey. I really appreciate it. Okay, Hussy, you trying to pay your light bill? Yes, I am. I got 2.
No, you're not. You're trying to dump emails and get vodka money. Be real. Just be honest. Pay your light bill. Okay, whatever.
Conditions going on. All right. Now,
Transactional friendships.
let me see how much. When we finish this video, I'll play the email. And thank you. I'm not going to mention your name, sweetheart, but thank you.
Okay. No, you
For me.
should.
I needed
It'll
to
be
figure that
dumped
out.
one day anyway.
Yeah. And like I said, it's usually
So-
easier to learn these things like early on, and then just like it makes everything else seem way.
Oh, that's
way
gross,
easier.
Jim. That is gay. It is gay.
Said, I'm
Now think about that. Why would a gay man tell a straight dude it's not gay to get a blowjob from them?
sorry, say that again.
I said it's easy. It's better to
Fill in
figure
the
these
blanks on
things
your own
out
on that
very
one.
early on, and it makes the rest way easier. Even if you did keep.
Yeah,
doing
you're
this,
right.
But like, what are you saying?
You're right.
That Are you quitting?
I mean,
again?
like,
Okay, David.
What's up, leprechaun? How's that
I
hip?
haven't made.
Fallon Boo, thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, honey.
Oh, the self-published author
really
giving away her
appreciate that,
non-advance
sweetheart.
money.
Let me see who got it. Hold on, guys, because y'all about to say thank you to Fallon right now. Otherwise, she's going to take it back.
Nah,
Yes,
I'm good,
she
thank
is.
you. I'm good, thanks.
All right, so Specs, Petty Cracker, Hope, Jigger, Eileen, you better say thank you to Fallon right now. Otherwise, Fallon's going to take it back.
She can't. She already
Fallon,
gave the money,
You're a
dipshit.
sweetheart. Thank you so much.
And
Yes,
you're
welcome all
you're
new members.
violently.
YouTube and
No, man.
I haven't made a video on my YouTube in a long time. Oh, well, sorry, I made the Blaze one, and that was kind of a spur of the decision that I
Well-
shouldn't have made that.
I was gonna say we should actually talk about the Blaze thing, because like everything was kind of quiet for a while, and then the Blaze thing popped off, and I mean I think you had some good things to say to her in that video.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I don't
gay to
know.
get a blowjob from a
I was
gay
just
dude.
driving one
Listen,
day.
you don't even have to be gay. If a dude sucks your wiener, it's gay. It's clearly the definition of it. I don't care. You can like saying it's not. It's just like saying that you're homophobic.
The day before, like she kind of I felt like she spiraled on the internet, and I was like, I'm gonna make a quick fucking video, just like talking about this subject real quick.
Yeah.
Did I know that like
Right?
if I knew ahead of time
His tooth would probably come out in the midst of it. Ah!
that it would have
Be scraping that fucking
would have
veneer
come from
fang
it,
down your
I
shaft.
I probably wouldn't have done it,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
yeah, that
I'm
kind
gonna
of
be there for that, Uncle Sal.
Yeah, but
You know what the thing is, Fallon, and for the rest of you guys?
What?
The good ones, I'm not saying the ones that catch these people's attention,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
are
What?
the ones that are targeted. So it's
Projection.
something that bothers
Projection. Projection.
them, okay?
Okay, whatever you say.
And it's, I don't know.
Whatever you say, dude.
I can't wrap my head around shit like that. I don't.
Whatever.
Honey,
Makes
if
you...
I had to count people's pockets, I would be online wasting my time. Everybody fucking almost everybody.
You literally go from chat to chat to see who has a membership and say that they support them because of money. That's pocket watching.
We know Gigi don't make shit. Yeah, I know, Fallon, and since the very fucking beginning. And that's what Carrie had a problem with. And now she's doing the same fucking thing. But when people treat her like a piece of shit, she goes running off the internet and she starts fucking crying.
Are you talking about yourself, sir?
No, bitches, that's not what we do.
You are such
That is
a
not what we
crybaby.
do at all.
Such a sensitive
I
little
kinda
man.
feel like, I guess, to what extent is that your fault? You know what I mean? And because you were really
I guess
to have a conversation with Blaze, and Hussy was kind of like completely ignoring his
let me see if
crying
I got
friend
that
in the corner.
Yeah. So I guess that's where where it would have become my fault. I shouldn't have even viewed that stream. Somebody sent me a link on Discord and said, "Oh, Blaze is talking about you right now," and I clicked it. I was literally in bed about to go to sleep, and then I got fired up hearing what she was saying, and I went up there. So I guess that's I guess that's where it's my fault. Is I should have not even have clicked the stream, and I should have just completely ignored it.
Here we go.
And
Sasha
then
makes a really good point. She's taking a break, so obviously what you said was helpful. And I mean that ultimately is the thing. Is I mean there definitely, I think, came some good from that.
yeah, and whether it was or wasn't me that did that, I hope she is taking it serious and she can get it together.
Here's the attention she ordered. This is her in, I believe, Greg's chat. You know, Easter Island head. Okay, no, I mean, Queen of Karma. You act like a meth head. Maybe you like meth. See, it could go both ways. But your pedo blanketing, your pedo jacketing, albeit so vague, is concerning. Why are you always thinking about that? Why are you always thinking of ways to sexualize children using other people? Why don't you just use yourself as an example? Why don't you just have your fantasies privately to yourself? Huh? And then you did it to Greg, too. None of this is right. I think Greg's a dipshit, but I don't think this is right. There you go. Somebody would screenshot that. There you go, Wody. That's for your stream if you want to use it. You don't have to anyway. She's ridiculous. She's so gross. Like, why are you constantly doing that?
I don't want to see anybody on here fucking spiral because of YouTube. Like, it's not worth that. It's stupid.
Take note, Hussy.
There was a question Carrie asked, and I can't find it. She said, was something, could you tell Hussy was getting feelings for you, or were you surprised by that? So Carrie, like, or everyone, he had said on stream that, like, that I was hot and blah 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 blah.
Baby bug.
And he knew I was straight, and I guess, I don't know.
This is a very awkward question, Carrie. Like, why would you ask him that?
Why are you asking people, or why are you asking Carrie if her husband's having relations with her? You have no self-awareness, dude. Everybody has to explain themselves to you, but you can just do whatever you want. Jesus Christ. You can tell you had a nanny till you were like 42.
And he knew I was straight.
Yeah.
And I guess, I don't know. I don't know. There was a point where, there was a point where I had said something about going to the city to do streams, and I didn't clarify. Like, in my eyes, I looked at that as
Gotta
like,
set a
I'll go to the
notification
city
for
and
what
you
he
can meet me
streamed.
somewhere
I usually do, I
downtown.
just didn't
And then
today.
like a week later, he was like, oh yeah, when you come to the city,
No,
oh, I could use your help with moving my desk.
no.
Ah, there we go.
You nowhere ever did you say,
7
oh, you're going to
p.m.
meet me. Absolutely not. You were going to come to my apartment and pick me up. You said that you knew exactly where I live.
Do you feel incredibly unsafe? So unsafe that you're going to continue to antagonize somebody?
Because you were in my area just like last week or the week before.
I'll post
You
Woody's,
never said
stream in the
anything
chat.
about me meeting you anywhere. You also did ask me how far is my apartment from the Supreme store so you can get some clothing.
Okay, just keep selling
And
people
even if
out.
I did ask you to come to my house, maybe to take a break
There's
if you had
Woody's
to fucking
stream
drive.
for 7.
So what? That's what friends do.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Do friends also offer blowjobs? Goddamn whitehead of death.
And even if I did ask you to come to my house, maybe to take a break if you had to fucking drive, so what? That's what friends do. What did you think I was going to do to you? Spread my legs open, wrap them around your shoulders, and be like, No.
Why would you even say that? Why would you even say that? I wouldn't have the balls. Maybe in my past, because I was pretty fucked up, you know, substances and stuff. But like now, like for me to sit here and tell, like, let's just say there's a woman in here named Susan. What did you think you were going to come over and I was going to gag you with my pickle? Susan is fictional, so I'm not attacking anybody, but you constantly make these degenerate ass, gross sexual comments at straight dudes. It's no different than a perverted man doing it to a woman. You understand? Because if you're gay and a dude's straight, that's the same thing, right? As a man doing it to a woman. Okay? That's how I view it. Like, or a man harassing a lesbian. Hey, you're gag on my pickle there? Huh? With your Fred Durst hat? I mean, nothing wrong. I guess I have to say this in this day and age. Nothing wrong with liking men if you're a man. Nothing wrong with liking women if you're a woman. But if that's your preference, you should probably stick to people that have the same preference instead of trying to convince them that something isn't something that it actually is.
I wasn't going to do that. You were
What's
not
that
going
big
to tell
mouth?
me to meet you nowhere. And if you did, that would have been fine too.
Looked at that
Of course
as like,
it'd have been
I'll
fine
go to
'cause
the
you
city and you
projected
can meet
what
me
you wanted to
somewhere
do.
downtown. And then like a week later, he was like, oh yeah, when you come to the city, oh, I could use your help with moving my desk and helping me rearrange things in my apartment. And I was like,
What?
when I heard that, I was like,
What?
I was not
Prove it, you didn't say
intending
it.
on going to your apartment. I didn't say that, but in my head, I was like, I was not intending on going to your apartment.
Isn't that just the complete opposite of what you said? You just said that he had no intention of doing that, right? I guess he's saying the same thing. Never mind. I'm just so used to Kenny being like, speaking out of both sides of his mouth.
So I guess that's where it's my fault, and I should have just
Lord.
Ryan, why do you make it seem like it's something weird to go to your friend's apartment?
I wonder.
Noodles came to my apartment. We did a live stream. Guess what? Nothing happened.
Well, was
Oh,
there
I
an
never
attempt?
intended- Okay, you didn't?
immediately like off stream kind of.
That's literally what you just said. You just said he never intended on coming there. You tried to make him look like a liar. He verified that he had no intention, and now you're walking it back.
I drew
Oh
a
my
boundary and
God,
went like,
dude.
hey, by the way, I didn't plan on going to your apartment. I wanted to
Get
meet you somewhere in
therapy.
the city, blah, blah, blah. So maybe that's where, I don't know, things went out of control or something. But honestly, I don't know. I thought he would have respected that I was straight, but I guess not. But then, you know, he also talks about how he likes straight guys
Wait a
or
minute.
whatever.
Where did I disrespect you?
When you told him to keep your name out of his mouth, but you went live and drug him for filth. He was doing merch for you for free, but and when his dog you gave him $50, he sent it back, and then you verbally accosted him. And then when his dog was sick, even though he probably didn't want to talk to you, you took that opportunity to text him and make it about yourself. But go off, sis.
Wait, hold on.
And I out of control or something. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
God, dude.
I thought he would have respected that I
Shanny
was straight,
Jr.
but I guess not. But
What do you mean, I guess not? You just said Hussy has never been inappropriate or anything. I've never fucking sent you nudes. There was nothing there. And now you're...
So you only didn't send him nudes. I mean, that's a quick way to reaffirm somebody's heterosexuality.
saying I didn't respect your sexuality?
Not if you're making sexual comments. No. You're not respecting it. No, not at all.
Why are you thinking something... Ryan, if Carrie didn't open her fucking mouth, you would have never known anything. Anything.
Okay, so you got sold out. What
For
of it?
fuck's sake.
You're hurt. But hurt.
If I
Peanut boil.
disrespected you, why didn't you ask for an apology?
Because it's
At
not
that
worth
point
shit from
where
you.
the disrespect started.
You take them back. That's why. Jesus.
then, you
dude.
know, he also talks
Calm
about how he likes
down.
straight guys or whatever. And I literally remember having a conversation with him where he was saying like something about a straight guy that, oh, it's not
Friends.
gay for a straight guy to get head from a guy. And I was like, that's gay.
Oh, God damn it.
For having a conversation with him where he was saying like something about a straight guy that, oh, it's not gay for a straight guy to get head from a guy. And I was
Good
like,
old sexual
that's gay.
harassment.
No, it's gay.
And he's like, no, not if it's just getting head.
Okay, so no. What I said was
Prove it.
lots of guys that are married or claim to be straight or in denial, they say, oh, if they're getting a fellatio, it's not gay.
So why would you tell a straight guy that a majority of men who are married, closeted or otherwise, don't think it's gay to get a blowjob? Why would you say that? That sounds like a very leading statement to me.
As long as they're not doing it. It is.
So
it
did Negz.
absolutely
What?
is.
What did
You
I say?
remember? Because I've been with a lot of quote-unquote straight men. But that,
Oh, okay. So, okay, you further build the case that you are leading him in to an entanglement.
that's no... I mean,
Oh,
he's
the
not-
cooking. Yeah. The cooking was
Right.
great.
And I'm like,
Said
no,
this to
that's
you?
gay. Yeah. I think he said it on stream too.
That he was.
But we were having a discussion about that, and I was like, no, that's gay.
You are a problem, dude.
Okay.
Do
Okay,
not get entangled with this guy privately. Don't do it. With Hussy. Don't do it.
So anyway, you ended up going back up there again a couple days later.
Whose balls?
And that was because after that, Hussy kept running his mouth, right?
I don't know about all that.
Well, I thought we had ended that night when I went up on panel on a good
Hook
term.
me up, Lava.
I know there was people that were like, what the
I
fuck
love
are you doing,
low-cal
Ryan?
cooking.
You're making amends with Hussy. From my eyes, that's not what I did at all. And I feel like just because I didn't go up there and disrespect him and say crazy shit,
Thank you very much, Cash App person.
they thought that I was trying to be
I
friends with him
appreciate
again.
you.
But in reality, I was just trying.
Thank you.
I haven't
bought
put
my
this
lunch
out
today.
on a lot. This is really the first time I put this out.
And dinner.
The first time that I put it out before this stream
And 2
right now
a.m.
was
pizza.
on his stream, in which I still remained pretty respectful and didn't go into full depth on that.
I do
on
not,
everything.
Hammy.
And I'm still trying to be respectful on this panel and not going into full depth.
Oh, Bali, I think they used to come in here. I see a lot of people come and go. I just don't like. I don't have Bluetooth tracking devices on everybody's wallets like, oh, Kenny boy over here.
But
Kenny. Fuck you, Kenny.
yeah, I thought we ended that on decent terms, and at the end he was like, unblock me, and I have a new number now.
Unblock
and
me,
I was
Ryan.
just like,
Yeah, I'm black.
And then I immediately at that point was like, oh fuck, like I hope that, you know, this is maybe just open up a new can of worms now where, like, you know, he thinks we're gonna be friends again and yada yada yada.
Right.
So then yeah, like 2 days went by and you did your
I'm not a cancer faker and perpetual failure to launch bum ass rattle can like tragic. That's for sure.
stream and I was in your chat.
And I
I
don't
didn't
like.
say
I don't
anything
sit
bad about
for.
him in your
I
chat
don't lean
at
on
all.
Jimmy
I was
Durante.
participating with people in the chat, but I wasn't saying anything about him whatsoever. I didn't mention his name or even talk on any subject about him.
I'm available.
Raven.
I mean, I don't want a girlfriend, but what I'm saying is, you don't have to tear me away from anybody. You know, it all makes sense now. That's why everybody was an absolute spaz for nearly 4 years, trying to break people up. Oh, that's right. There was an op to do that. Oh, that's right.
And says she loves the unblock me Ryan.
So does Ryan.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So
No,
2
but I
days
mean,
later,
that is-
you
Now
know,
that
everybody
is how
looks
he
like a
is.
cunt.
It's like if he wants it and you just barely crack the door open, he's swinging that shit open, breaking the hinges too.
right.
Like,
I'm not a bum.
So
That's for sure.
yeah, 2 days later, he's like, and Ryan, you're not fucking welcome here. And he was trying to paint the picture to his audience as that I wasn't welcome here because I was in your chat and I was a member and I donated to you.
Rip Greg's
But-
self-esteem.
2 months ago on his stream, he was saying how he screenshotted me becoming a member of your channel and blah, 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 blah. So he
Wait a minute. What did you say about 30, 40 minutes ago, Kenny? Something about pocket watching being fucked up. What did you just do then?
already
Right.
knew that 2 months ago. So
No, I didn't know that you were a member of his channel.
Yes, you did. You admitted it. I heard you.
I know that you were in everybody's stream, but I did
I
not
heard
know
you.
were a paid member.
I heard you. We literally reviewed it here. You said he was a member, blah, blah, blah. The fuck was that? It's either a semi or a storm. We heard you. We reviewed it. When you were chirping out about Ryan not wanting to get a very gay blowjob, you said that. So quit with the gaslighting and changing the narrative so you could be the consummate victim.
Member.
how are you going to say now that the reason why I'm not welcome in your chat is because I'm a member of yours and I support you? You knew that 2 months ago when you were on stream and you said, I have a screenshot of Ryan becoming a member of WOTI. And so it doesn't make any sense. So it's to
putting
me, it
batteries
seems
in
like
his back
because I won't
entertainment.
speak with him privately anymore, that's why I'm not welcome there anymore.
well, I mean, I think you have good reason to not want to speak to him privately.
Yeah, he
And-
wants,
and then,
he
you know-
wants to give you a
I'm
consensual,
sorry.
not gay
Based on
blowjob.
everything that he said, I've been a pretty good damn friend to him.
Sure.
I've been a
Sure.
pretty good damn friend.
Sure.
If I had sent him $50 that night,
With friends like you, who needs enemies?
I think I still would have been welcome there.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry, what did he say? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
If I had sent him $50 that night, I think I still would have been welcome there.
That's true. You can't deny that, Kenny. I bet I could make a sock account, come to your stream, and just send you super chats with random people's names. You would drag them. I could do that for a month, log all of it, archive it, and then after that month come back, tell everybody what I did, and review every bit of it to make my point. Anybody think I'm wrong? I guarantee if I sent him a $10 super chat twice a week with somebody I didn't care all that much for, or just somebody random, he would run his lipstick caked face over it for weeks.
Um,
Oh wow.
Me and Fresh Garby tomorrow.
Well, why don't
8
you
p.m.
try it?
See, you want the money?
Why don't you come now and try it?
I can prove
You're not
that you
blocked.
are a sellout, dude.
even
Very
if I was a
easy.
member of you.
Very
Uh,
easy.
And fuck, there was one more thing that I really wanted to touch on that ties in with this, and that just went out of my fucking head.
Mhm.
Oh shit! Damn it! I need to stop looking at the chat.
Was it about your phone number thing, or
Let's go. Yes, it was.
You do have
No.
something in the chat.
No.
Because yeah,
What?
that was the only thing I remember was the
What is it
you
with
said you had changed your phone
fat,
number and you wanted your
insecure
new number.
reactors?
Yeah, $50 for the day.
Yeah, and just to be clear, because I think I saw people saying some stuff, I didn't change my number because of him. After he had called me that one time, like 2 days after I blocked him, he didn't try to bother me again. He didn't harass me or anything like
Who
that
threatened
afterwards.
to kill their
So
husband?
I
Good
didn't change my
Lord.
number because of him. It was something. It had nothing to do with YouTube. Wow.
Okay, so there you go for all of these other thirst
Oh.
buckets.
It's not
There you
sped up.
go.
That's why it was taking so long.
I
My
changed my
bad.
number. It was real life shit. And I literally remembered what I wanted to say and forgot it again.
Nothing turns me on more than a threat.
Fucking Dave.
What's up, Corey?
I'm putting the chat away.
Was it
Yeah.
not Blaze?
So hopefully that.
Oh, my soon-to-be
No.
bestie. As long as I got money.
Hopefully
you
that
know
comes back to
me.
me before we end this. Shit, man.
Well, I don't actually have any other questions. I was wondering if the chat had any questions, other than what are you doing now?
I have an air conditioner to pay off.
What am I doing now
Yeah, like what are you planning to do from here at this point?
on YouTube? I have no idea, really.
Just do what I do.
probably,
It's
Because
fun.
the biggest problem for you is Shanny and Rev are not like
Well, they're
ever gonna
gone.
come
Yeah,
back,
I have no-
apparently.
I really have no interest in even covering Shanny and Rev anymore. And like I said, while I was covering them, I went through phases. I started watching them like 6 years ago, and I would watch them for 6 to 8 months, and then I would disappear for a year, and then it would get good again. I'd watch them 6 8 months, and then I'd disappear for a year.
It's
So
good to
I probably
switch it
won't
up.
watch them again for. Yeah, what are you wearing, guy? I probably won't watch them for another year, and that's assuming if the content gets good again.
Oh,
So I
me?
probably
I'm
won't
wearing
fucking
a,
cover
the
Trichrome.
psychedelic fur shirt. What's Clara's?
I probably won't cover Shanny and Rev again. I mean,
Kept a
really,
lot
the
of her
only fucking
clothes.
thing that I'll probably cover is sneaker shit, and that's really it. So nothing anyone in this community is going to be interested in.
Oh, mine was tens of millions of dollars. Screenshot this. I mean, it was ridiculous. They were like, that's going to be 10.5. Actually, they raised it with the interest rate. It's $150.569 million.
You just really want out that badly.
Yeah, I mean, I literally after this stream's over, I won't be talking about it again. I think the only people
I do
that I'll
have
probably
5
watch
million
that are from this community
buried
are
in the
your
backyard.
streams,
Absolutely.
and that might really be it.
I have another 500 grand in my colon.
Oh, well, thanks. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't think that this type of content is really good for anybody's mental health at the end of the day. I mean, I
Depends
definitely
on how
don't
you
want
look
to
at it.
discourage you from doing content just because, I mean, you definitely have the setup for
That
it.
is
and
not a
there's
true
something-
statement, Hammond.
There's something out there for everybody. So even if it was fucking sneaker content, like you will get somewhere with that. I get recommended.
My top merch buyer isn't even. I still speak to them, but they're not even. I don't. If they watch it silently, because people's lives, and I'll just dig my merch store back up, update it, and all that. I feel like I'm pretty, baby steps.
Recommended shit like that all the time.
That's probably true, Pink Lava. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem with sneaker stuff is it's really died out in the last few years. But I'm so fucking busy. The only reason why I started
Yeah, there's
doing
a lot of
streams
people
was
that
because in the
bought it.
wintertime, I don't work like I do from spring to fall. So
Yeah.
There's people that've been around for almost.
in the winter, maybe I'll find something and
years
I'll
and
do
years
it, and I'll
before
do it
any
for
of
a
these
few months.
people,
But as soon
so.
as winter's over, there's no way I can keep up with
These other
the-
people. I don't want
the
to make it
content
sound
like I can over the winter.
Sorry.
And my
So-
goal was
So the seasons will tell.
right, and so my
Oh, the G strings, yeah, the G strings are interesting because the front of it is a liquor bag and the back is a guitar string.
goal was over the winter to
Really,
keep doing a Shanny and Rev
It's
stream
perfect
once
for
a week.
peanut boils.
But then when that shit happened with Hussy and like everything like that, I went on for a little bit and did streams for maybe a month or two after him. But after that,
Yeah,
it
trim
kind of
my
just killed my
ballsack
mood
hair.
for the whole community.
This
really.
right here.
Yeah, it just motivates you from doing anything, and that's literally how
It
people
did not stop it. You were still.
like try to push each
You
other
got
out
nothing,
around
Hussy.
here, and it's,
Just quit.
I find it kind of gross.
Ryan Hussy said he got 30K worth of shoes and shouldn't be asking money from people that don't have it. I don't know if that's a real comment. I feel like that's something he really probably said.
Oh no, I guarantee you that's something that.
No, he told everybody he makes more than 50 grand a year. That's why an anti-slap would stick like a rat in a glue trap, because if you're going to say you lost income, then you don't even have to go through discovery and get it in front of a judge and a jury. You could just go straight to the anti-slap. He's got to go, and then automatically he's got to prove why he's everything that he said, everything that he's done. He's got to prove it, and if not, he's responsible for every fucking dime you spent plus compensatory damages. And you could countersue him. And the civil lawsuit thing is absolutely a thing. If he would take 5 seconds to go on Google and search it, I mean, like me, Carrie, the Gaining Ground, anybody else that he's constantly harangued, yeah, absolutely. And we don't have to prove loss of income. We just prove the abuse and that it's problematic.
That he said, like, you
Like
should have sold your
people with
shoes for a
lawsuits.
microphone.
I didn't
Calling the
know if I said
police.
I mean, that's why I stated multiple times. If any of Hussy's viewers go back and watch the one video I did where I didn't talk about Hussy, but I just talked facts about the donations that I took in and what I bought, and I showed clips of what I said.
And he got
I
triggered.
always say I'm
Hussy.
financially stable. If you are not, please do not donate to me. If you want to help my channel, then this money will be used to better my channel. So what, Hussy?
So talk about your
If
finances.
when you get your monthly check, should you not take money that week because you got a monthly check? Oh, why don't you use your
Exactly,
money? You don't need
screenshot.
money for that week.
Exactly.
Come
I
on.
could get
Because
it in
that
30
was his whole argument,
or
is
less.
you're doing more than you should be. I can
Retainers
get by
are-
on a fucking cheap ass microphone.
Bueno.
Yeah, but you sound like shit, Hussy, at the end of the day. Like, your audio quality is awful.
Yeah, all that money can't buy
Yeah,
any new equipment.
within a week of taking donations on my channel, I had better stream quality than somebody that's been doing it for years.
No,
So,
absolutely. You've got a better setup than most people, and that's why I'd hate to see it go to waste. But no, I mean, I
Loudmouth
get it. You
hypocrite.
do what you've
Exactly,
got to do.
I
and
agree.
There's literally like I think the biggest thing is like there's so much internet out there that people kind of get clouded when they're in one space and they just kind of like throw their hands up entirely, and it's like you pretty much do have to have the internet to function these days, but like there's plenty of
Right.
other areas of YouTube where it's not like this.
yeah, you're right. And that's why this was kind of very, I mean, I had watched
I'm a
this
meanie
community
head,
stuff
what
for a
can I
while,
say?
everything in this community for a while, but I didn't know it as a creator. So that's why when I came in, I was like just way too naive to everything. So I just should have done things a lot different.
Got to get through
And
it,
when
don't
you
you?
like you watch like other shit though too, don't you? Like other than Shady and Rev, or
Yeah, I watched a couple other locales, but there is two
He has
other
a
communities that I'm
He has a garbage microphone, but $400 cologne, which hasn't landed anybody but an elderly Uber driver for an $8 cab ride.
that I've been involved with for longer than I have been here.
what other cows do you watch? I'm curious.
All right, this is boring.
Of
Yeah,
course
check
it
him out. He
is.
got 2 channels. Coach.
You got nothing.
I love it. I love it.
I'm getting through every
somebody asked
inch of
earlier,
this.
how are the dogs?
They are doing
Phrasing.
great.
All right, we're done with this shit.
Of course you are.
Let me
Triggered.
read the email.
Yeah, read the email that you charge everybody $75 for. I want to see what $75 gets me from your hypocritical, slanderous ass.
Hold on.
Come on, Dolce and Banana.
Email. So,
Capone.
I get an email from
Get from who?
anybody want to guess? Who
Well, you
sends
put
me an email? I'll give each of you a guess.
Well, they paid for it. You better read the date and everything.
Oh, he is? Of course he is.
God, you're such a bum, dude. Rattle your can harder. Rattle, 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 rattle,
No.
rattle, rattle, rattle.
Okay. I'll give you guys a hint. Blazing Banter, shut the fuck up. Otherwise, I'm going to drag you too.
You gonna drag her over marrying a sex offender? Or does that only apply to people you don't like?
Unicorn girl.
Unicorn
Or
girl,
unicorn
wow.
boil.
Unicorn boil, you're the one with a fucking pus blood filled peanut in your ass crack that dumps out into your depends.
No, unicorn girl emails me.
Okay.
Yeah. And she says, how do I sue someone in Canada?
Well, you better have about $250,000.
Is it harder than to sue someone in the States? I'm taking legal action against Keldosh.
They paid
And
$75
don't
for
know
this.
where to start.
I gave mine away from uni for free. They didn't charge a dime. I don't even think I read it. No, I did. I read it, and it was short. It wasn't worth paying for. I was just showing that, you know, when she was your friend at the time, you can't keep friends longer than 6 weeks. That and she was your friend because you said so, right?
Someone told me
$75.
to ask you, since you have one in Canada already. And please, can you keep this private? Sure, I won't tell anyone. Nobody knows. Okay. I don't want the
$75 for that. He grifted. That's a grift. I'm sorry. I'm going to call a spade a spade. That's a fucking grift. $75 to read that brief email from somebody that has said they got emails from me and sent me emails, which neither are true.
public right now. I don't want this public right now.
Exactly,
I know you
Capone.
don't like me, whatever. And that's fine. But I'm being stalked and harassed, and it won't stop. Well, I ain't gonna tell nobody that you trying to sue Keldosh. Don't worry about that. You can trust me. You can trust me, honey.
Everybody take note. I want you to take note. He shows you who he is every stream. Every stream. And that's why I bring up the class action suit, is because when he's cornered, I haven't heard it lately, he threatens to sue you, threatens to call the police. That, in civil terms and in legal terms, is intimidation and harassment.
Bitch,
To constantly
you
threaten
don't
to call the
have money
police.
to buy a fucking umbilical cord for your damn computer. You ain't suing nobody in Canada. You ain't
Why don't you cut your umbilical cord off? Because ain't nobody attached at the other end.
suing nobody in your own town. Shut the fuck up. You suing the whole girl world, Shanny Birds, and everybody else, this, that, and the third.
Is that the third?
How many lawsuits do you have, bitch? You broke the world record.
How many do you have? How many have you filed and got settlements because you couldn't win one if it went the distance?
For fuck's sake, I'm not giving anybody. I've helped someone already on the internet. I ain't doing it no more.
Well,
You ain't my.
your ambulance chaser couldn't complete a suit in Canada without wasting hundreds of hours of their time. Will all y'all quit with this suing bullshit? None of y'all have a case. You don't have a case. It's this consummate victim mentality. You don't have a case. I know somebody that has a rock solid case, and guess what they're not doing? Talking about it.
Friend, bitch. Why the fuck would I help you? Dumbass
Exactly.
bitch. Didn't
Doesn't
you
benefit
tell
you.
Blaze that you will never fucking forgive us? So get fucked, bitch.
Well, I know. I mean, like it's apropos. You have all these weirdos in your community. That's why I called it Registry Nation.
People know if they would get help from me. And you know good and damn well, because you didn't send in the fucking email, that I don't like you. So why the fuck would you ask me for help? Call a lawyer, you dumb. And by the way, you did this because you wanted me to read it, not because you planning on suing, bitch.
Oh, so you knew she wanted you to read it, so you sold it for $75. In essence, ripping everyone off, so you could take 120 seconds of away from your obsession with Carrie and Ryan. Okay, gotcha.
I read your last email. You knew I'm going to read this one too. That's why you did it, to sound all big and bad and high and mighty and all this, that, and the third.
He'll never file another civil suit again.
You ain't suing
He's
nobody.
buried
You still haven't
any
sued.
chance of winning.
She ain't suing no damn body. Between all of these papers she's sending and all of these Cecil sisters and all this bullshit, nothing. Oh, her aunt is a lawyer. Right. Her aunt is a lawyer. And she can't tell you what to do in the Canadian? Yeah, she is.
All this horse shit I hear these people say, it's all these old chestnuts from back in the day that everybody used to say to try to intimidate one another. Only people have escalated it to committing crimes.
Mhm. Right. And David is an aerobics teacher. Sure.
Ah, David, you can't teach aerobics when you can't walk.
And bastards.
I have to be Lucky
Ain't sitting in no
Charms.
fucking can. What is he harassing you? Seriously, like, what is he doing? Reacting to you? Shut up.
I have 100% proof of you harassing me, slandering me, defaming me, going back on agreements. I mean, you've really done the most, dude. You've done the most. Ain't my problem.
All right, you guys.
That's a him problem.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, whatever. Get off my screen. Smells like fucking liquid peanut pus boil. Whatever. Good Lord. What a crybaby. I have never... I mean, Shani is a malignant narcissist. She is too. And a pathological liar. This guy takes it to a whole new level. You know how they say, you know, if you stare into the shit abyss enough, the shit abyss will stare back, right? He has stared into the abyss so long, he has become everything that he pretends to hate. When the fact of the matter is he just hates himself. How, you know, because I've said this for years too, and that is, you know, if you're on here being a liar and a hypocrite like that, and you're pointing out things about other people that are not, they're parts of yourself that you hate, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, no, I'm gonna pull up the video again of him talking about his peanut boil because it's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. Let's see here. Where's it at?
Okay, so boils. I always get it in the same spot. I get it at the crack of my ass. It started like a peanut. It started growing and growing. Boil would hurt. So it came to a point where it became red and purple. It popped while I was sitting down, and all of that pus is oozing down the crack of my ass into the middle of my ass cheeks. My jeans in the back is soaking wet with blood, with pus. It won't stop oozing. This stench, I had never smelled no shit like this. This is worse than any halitosis, athlete's foot, bathroom stench. And the color is a disaster. I'm choking because it smells so damn bad. Oh no, there's more. It's not just the peanut, there's more inside it. It could fill up a damn coffee mug. Okay, so
You look like a cross-dressing Squidward here. I mean, I know that's my go-to recently. But that makes sense that Greg's your son, because you both kind of resemble, you know, oh, SpongeBob. Oh, SpongeBob, I had a peanut boil. Oh, SpongeBob. What's this? My talk with AK's dad. I think we may have watched that. But his proof is all over. If YouTube's pudding, the proof is in the pudding. It's everywhere. Everything he's done, he's documented it. Same with everybody else. Everything he says is a contradiction because he recorded himself doing the contrary. Same with everybody else. I don't know. I guess everybody would need to hear about his liquid-filled boil on his butt crack. We had a poll going. Is Hussy fueled by insecurities? 91% said yes out of 111 votes. No, I can't imagine why he's alone. Look, I used to tell stories about, I had a lot of health problems for years up until here recently. I used to tell stories, but I mean, like, I don't tell them anymore. I mean, I got a dog hair in my eye. Now the bag under my eye looks like a fucking nutsack. But, you know, hey, is what it is, right? But if I had a boil that smelled like dog shit filling up my Depends while my deli meats were in the freezer, I wouldn't be telling you all that. I'd be like, nah, it's okay. You don't need to know that. Holy shit. So, he is such a leg end. Not legend, leg end. Hi, Petty Patty. Pitty Patty Waddy. Petty Patty Waddy. Say that 3 times slow. Jeez, oh Pete. I can't. Like, I don't. I mean, listen. I openly admit that I'm a reformed lolcow, right? Because I mean, I met the definition of it, very much so. But I identified it and said, you know what? I'm not gonna do that anymore, because once you have a whole group of people forcing a square peg into a round hole to try to keep you there, you kind of have the upper ground at that point. But I look around and I'm like, holy shit! It's like the demon has been exorcised. I got rid of it, and everybody else caught it like airborne syphilis. What's up, Blank? The ruling would have been made that day. I think it's all bullshit. I'll believe it when I see it. I haven't seen a single public document posted. Nothing. But you know, this is the internet. This is Girl World Reactors. Just say whatever you want, and smooth brains will believe it without any proof, right? All right, Killapedo. I like that. It sounds like that's a cool band name. We are Killapedo. I'm a former lolcow found Jesus. I found Jesus hiding in the bushes, smoking a joint and drinking a cerveza. The thing I love the most is the oversharing. It's always the people who go IRL, like Hussy, who overshare and then play victim if it happens to them. I love it. I love watching it. I don't participate in it. I just love watching it, because I love watching people about being a victim of their own choices. That's because I am, wait for it, the voice of, justice for Clara. That's forever goal. I am the voice of Raisin. That's right. I will be making a shirt today. I hope I get to it. Don't forget, it's going to be called FAFO 2026 to 2027. I'm the only one that I don't know, a lot of people probably paid attention, but this has been a bad year for a lot of people. And I think it needs a shirt. But I think it's also going to continue into next year. Yeah, if you overshare, I mean, like, oh, I bought an air conditioner. There you go. Do what you want with that. Oh, Bally does cooking streams? I thought you said balls. Maybe you did say balls. I was like, ooh. Like Balls Mahoney, ECW? Oh, I don't know. Should I mean, will I get a death threat for that? Because I swear if I had a baby seal farm, I'd play somebody's words and they'd be out here with their entire family clubbing my baby seals. People have lost the fucking plot. She's got to prepare something special for her debut. Well, has she not started doing them yet? Well, you know what? If Pink Lava's here, she can send me a link. Access to me cannot be bought, by the way. It's earned. I guess I just let that one slip, didn't I? Anyway. He's best friends with Kiwi farmers. Yeah, I can hear it already. I know how this shit works. She's 1% wiener cleaner in all of Austria. Yeah, it's Austria. Go get my wiener cleaned with mein Scheiße. Ooh, ja. Das ist guten. Oh, hi, Bali. I thought she said balls. But I do love me some good cooking streams, right? I do. I have a baby seal skin boot factory, the kind only Megamind would appreciate. Say whatever you want in the chat. Just don't, stay away from me. That's been my creed for years. Is say whatever you want, write all the songs you want. I would keep yourself honest, especially if you've got any kind of money. But just stay out of my life. Thoughts on Greg continuing to lie about his and harass women? I'll address the harassing women. Greg is he's a goof. He's a goof. I heard him rapping yesterday, and I came unglued. I was like, like, what are you even saying? The guy literally takes every insult that's been levied at him and puts it into one paragraph with no punctuation, then streams 14 hours about it to 4 people. That's Greg. More people watch others. Okay, let me rephrase it. More people watch others slag off on him than watch him. That's a sign for your ass. The same with Hussy. More people will watch The Gaining Ground and Carrie slag off on him than will watch him do the same. His bars of destruction. Greg is popular with the deaf community. Yeah. He sold he went pewter. He sold 10 copies. Yeah, I mean, if you got people shouldn't discuss, if you're involved in any kind of court activity, every word you say can fuck it up. You should really not even talk about it, address it, defend yourself, none of that. If other people want to, fuck it, let them. Let them. Because the bottom line is he's innocent until he's proven guilty, right? I may poke a little fun, make a video out of Roto-Rooter and a banana, but I'm not going to discuss somebody's, even if it is public. Garby, she caught me up on it. That was the end of it. And I said, he's innocent until he's proven guilty. If he's proven guilty, then I got material for weeks. If not, then no material on it. That's it, and that's all. But if you're involved in something legal, you should just shut up about it, because everything you do and say will be used. Absolutely. It will be paraded in front of everybody. It will be presented to everybody. Like if he's over there talking about his case and all this and doing this and that, it could be, his attorney should tell him to shut up about it. Right? But that's impatience in the face of victory always ensures defeat. Yeah, that's the type of stuff Greg does say. I don't know who that is, but he does. That's how he talks. That's how he talks. If you're overweight, parasocial. Let me see here. What other people called me? Yeah, Greg is a low IQ, low vibration individual. Well, screenshot this. I think people have become like so deluded to the point that they think that going into a courtroom is going to play out like the court of public opinion with a bunch of people on the internet. No, that's not how it works at all. But hey, everybody needs to get their experience and go forward, be defeated, and then you learn. Look, I just think Greg is a disgusting incel. The way he treats women, and I don't know if Peanut is cool with him or not. I don't give a shit. It's not going to change how I feel about what he did. But I find the exploitation of somebody's death. It's even more gross when it's a child, but even an adult. I find it deplorable. I mean, you have nothing else to try and get somebody on, and to lie about people, to try to get a reaction. That's some lowcow shit. Well, you know, I have to slag off on Greg because that's Hussy's son. They're Easter Island head twins. That's exactly. Oh. Hey Squidward, you done with those errands? Done with those errands? Done with those errands? Just call you Petty. Gotcha, Petty. What Patty Waddy? Gotcha. All right, guys, I gotta wrap it up. I gotta go let the dog out. That's literal dog. I'm not gonna go. That's not a metaphor for using the bathroom. I gotta let the dog out, go grab some lunch, and take the dog for a ride in 91-degree weather where we both get out of the car 5 minutes later because it's too goddamn hot. Then go play some Fallout. But don't forget to tune in to Worst of the Internet at 7 p.m. and listen to the insanity that is Queen of Karma. She is a chameleon. She goes into any community she can, will pretend to be your friend. She pedo jackets everybody because, well, she's obsessed with pedophilia, obviously. And, let him air her out. I put a screenshot up earlier. He's probably going to use that. I have a Google Drive because I beefed with her years ago for a series of months, and it filled it's like gigs and gigs and gigs. It's great stuff. Anyway, much love from me to you. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another. If you don't have anything nice to say, make sure that shit's funny. I'm going to close out with Chasing Clout, original song by Cute Stoner Boy Productions. See you next time.
Until I'm loud enough to be writing songs that I think take the cake. Kissing ass because I am fake. Violate contracts, now I wait. Talk over others until to be an adult. I'm above you and everything is your fault. Coddled a man-child because of his salt. I'm Breaking Bad, sorta like Walt. Wigs and dirty shirts and piss stains. I wear a bucket hat so I can look insane. Look inside my head, there is no brain. Pretend like I'm not in emotional pain. Fuck your ass and Greggy Boo. I play everyone like a fool. Fall asleep every night in my drool. The closest I'll ever come to owning a pool. Now I'm done and I must cope. The booze is slowly turning to dope. Compare myself to everyone else's rope.